Hello, everybody. Guess what? The world is not over. It might feel like it, but we're here. I mean, we're still alive for now. We haven't all died yet, but we'll see.
We'll see about that.
We'll see. Welcome, everybody. You know, we weren't going to do an episode today, but I looked out into the world this morning, into our subreddit, and I saw the people were in need. The people were hurting.
No. I don't want to hear
by
that
the way,
anymore.
Well, you know what? I have an announcement to make about this song. It's so prophetic and it's so powerful. We're going to, okay. I said that I wanted to do a remix of it to make it like a somber, sad kind of like chestnut song. And then Ian had the idea to do a competition. Because there's just so many different ways you can cut that song. And then Dance was like, oh, you could be scared, like, oh my God.
Right.
So I think we need to have a competition on the oh my God, it's Donald Trump song.
I like that.
Remix.
I love the song competitions.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Chopped and screwed.
Tom's here, by the way.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How you doing?
Bummed out, man. I didn't think it would hit me like that, but I mean, my wife was crying this morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's
bad vibes at the ward house.
Not a good feeling to be a woman right now.
Some of the we'll go over some of the data.
Do not get hard.
But what's going on over there, Dan? Everything good? We'll certainly will need that. Yeah, I want my feed. I got a lot to do here. Well, will the stream stay up? Hold on, guys. 1 sec. We're working out a little kink here.
A little kink, a little conk,
A little
wonk.
Little wonk.
How are you feeling, Hila?
Just so confused. I'm like rethinking life. What is life?
Well, wait till you see the data.
What is humanity? What is it? What is love? What is hate?
Well, wait till you see the data, because women voted for Trump, Latinos voted for Trump,
Muslims
the Jews,
voted
by
for
the
Trump.
way, the Muslims voted for Trump.
What?
The Jews, however, stood with the Democrats.
Shout out Jews.
Somehow the Jews voted for Kamala and the Muslims and Arabs voted for Trump.
Am I Jewish?
I promise you guys, you will never find a more I know you're going to find this depressing, but this is true. You will never have a more pro-Palestine president in America than Kamala Harris. That's it. Donald Trump
Is so pro-Israel, it's insane.
Not only is he pro-Israel,
him
he
and
hates
Bibi,
Arabs.
Yeah,
and
for
Bibi
sure.
like talk a lot, and Bibi's become a lot like Trump.
Yeah,
so.
Bibi's his guy. They're like homies. Bibi's celebrating last night.
Just the other day, Bibi fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about, and he fired him because they had a disagreement, and that's like so Trump coded.
Well, he was like a moderating voice in the war room,
yeah.
and he got rid of him, or at least a more moderate voice. I don't know anything about the guy. Just recognize his picture. He looked mean. I thought he was mean just because he looked mean.
No, it's not. Well, the big disagreement was that people are fighting for the Orthodox Jews to get drafted as well to the army because they're not.
Motherfuckers, dude.
But Israel...
That's an issue?
Yeah, the Orthodox don't serve.
They don't serve.
Yeah, it's like Amish people too. They don't do that.
but
there's so
everybody
many of
else
these
has
fuckers.
to.
They're
Everybody
leeches,
has to do it.
Sure.
So it's like, what the fuck?
Dude, the Orthodox are such leeches there.
Oh, you're saying the Orthodox Jews in Israel
Yeah.
don't serve? I thought that like everyone had to.
Exactly, except the Orthodox.
Oh,
And then the Orthodox...
because they need to sit and pray for God all day.
Oh, I'd be Orthodox as fuck. I would have the things, the
Yeah.
wrath
Hell yeah.
and everything.
Hell yeah.
I'd be all about it. The
So,
spillum, or how do you say it?
Yeah.
The Jews.
What, the tefillin?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
shit you wrap.
Yeah, I would
wrapped
be all
in.
up in that. Yeah, I'm not serving nobody.
They were like, the rabbinite was like, oh yeah, if you make us serve, we're gonna leave Israel. It's like, bye. These are the same idiots who are like driving all this ultra nationalism too. They're like, let's go to war, but not us. So anyway, the guy who was advocating for them to serve got fired because Bibi has a coalition with them, and he has to appease them. God, he's the worst.
But it was like the same day that he did that, Trump won, and it's like, it's just where is the world heading? You know? I don't know.
I see. Do I have a feed, Dan? Oh, nice.
And then I see a lot of people on my Instagram feed saying like they're so sad that America is so misogynistic, but like women didn't vote for her either.
So jacked up, yeah.
So
Dude, they outlawed a fucking, or well, let's say they removed abortion rights federally, and women.
She did win significantly percentage-wise with women, right? I think it's like
That's what I need to see.
she had
We gotta pull
less
that up.
women than Biden. More women voted for
yeah,
Biden.
it's just by volume. Just you're right. I see what you mean.
Kamala's about to speak.
That's what I mean. Like,
I want to pull that up when she goes
okay.
live. Let me know. Yeah, 20 million fewer votes than 2020. Trump had the same turnout, as I understand it. He had the same turnout. His people came, and our people did not. Yeah, I want to see the data, and I want to see her sad loser speech. I have a question. This morning, there's this Nipply Tuck and YG. I know that's not his name.
Nipsey.
Nipsey
Nipsey.
Hussle. Nipsey Hussle.
What?
Nipsey Tucks.
oh my God, what are you saying?
Nipsey Tucks, bro.
So I have the feed. It doesn't look like she's on yet. Do you want me to just pull it up
put it
on the screen when it's time?
So we'll see.
Okay.
But when you look back on this time, just remember who loves America. We're here.
Zach, I'm gonna turn it up.
We're here.
Control it.
And I just saw a comment. Women aren't exempt from misogyny. It's true, but like,
Eternalized misogyny, apparently. is a
shouldn't
real
we
thing.
be the first ones to like start that movement? Like women. I don't know. It's just very depressing.
They just want to shop, man. Ridiculous. They just be shopping all day, not voting.
To me, the 45% Latino vote was surprising.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Yeah.
Insanely high.
How can it be that you can just say like Puerto Rico
Puerto
is
Rico's a
garbage,
pile of garbage in the
Well,
ocean.
and nothing happens about that?
Nope.
Like
Been
we're all
saying-
just, yeah.
He's saying they're sending
Cool.
rapists and
put
criminals
him in
here.
the office.
Yeah.
He's saying if it sends them out and if they come back to kill them, it's
Like what?
I don't know.
Why? How? Do you have any idea how the Latino vote went so crazy?
Realistically, to be blunt, is just because a lot of Latinos do identify as white. There's a reason why when you fill out the job applications or any surveys, a lot of it says, are you Hispanic or Latino? Yes or no. That's to kind of exempt them from being like black or whatever else race there is on that card.
But so what? They think they're white. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
they're
so
just
you-
default vote for Trump, does it?
I think they just align.
They can be white. I don't care.
Sure.
A lot of
Eh, eh, you know what I mean?
Latinos are very
Or do you mean, like-
conservative.
Let's be
to
white.
honest, like culturally.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, it's Catholics. Like Catholics are conservative
Right.
people, and
That's true. They are very
a
religious.
lot of Latinos are very devout Catholics, and
Are
so
they- is
that's
there-
an aspect of it, I think. And like Nate said, I mean,
That's true.
I think a lot of them they're assimilated. Like they see them the same way that like the Irish or the Italians were once outsiders. That's how they view themselves. It's like we're just Americans now.
Do they go all in on their whiteness, like they're bad dancers and shit? Like
I mean,
they watch football on Sundays?
not really. I think they just think that they're above it.
So like when he talks badly, he's not talking about damn.
Exactly.
No, he's talking about the
those
bad
other
ones,
guys.
quote unquote. And they're
Yeah.
the good ones, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Well, the good ones blew it. You're not the good ones.
Yeah, I'm one of the bad ones, I guess.
Apparently, everybody's seeing something we're not seeing. Like we are so off the mark. Apparently.
I wish I understood even. Like, I wish I could like be under. Like, okay, well.
I missed the mark.
I mean, everyone just keeps saying it's the economy. Like, okay, I guess
It's
the economy.
It's clearly
Right.
more than one thing. You know.
Well, there was no enthusiasm. The problem is that no Democrats went and voted, or like 20 million less came to the polls. So
don't we need to account, like, I know things move so fast, but we forget, like, this was kind of like a crazy thing, how she became the nominee and dropping out, like, just a few months before the election.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually happen, and I think that just made this one really hard to call. Like,
Sure, she didn't have as much time to like lay all the groundwork that normally.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, and I frankly really hope that Biden does not escape blame for all this, because
What do you want from Biden?
he
Yeah,
should
what
have
did he
dropped out
do?
way earlier.
Yeah,
Can we
that's
just
true.
give him a break?
Bro,
Like,
I think
Jesus
I'll tell
Christ.
you what. If that man ran, I don't think he could have done worse than this.
It's like he can't get a break.
They're-
if
they're-
he stayed, people are mad at him. If he dropped out, people are mad at him now.
Well, I mean, so you don't think it was necessarily the right call for him to drop out?
Not anymore.
I'm not sure that it was. I think that maybe those people in the rural areas would have voted for him, and they didn't like
I don't
Harris.
think so.
I think
don't
it was the
know,
right
that's
move
just-
dropping out.
We're all
It
just
was an
speculating
embarrassment.
now after the fact. So
I'm
who
Listen,
knows?
I'm
speculating
just
too,
talking-
but I don't feel that.
I'm just talking pure votes. I don't think it could have been worse. Like it was a walloping.
Walloping.
Like I don't think it would have been worse. He
I
would have
don't
at
think-
least done as good as her, even if his brain was fucking scrambled eggs.
Right, and that part of that is because she's so closely associated with him. She's the VP, you know, so
Which should
don't know.
have helped her, but it didn't.
The market went bonkers today.
It's up.
Up.
Beyond up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
record high.
Like, it's absolutely fucking insane.
Let me see.
The Dow.
Oh my god.
The Dow is
I
up
know.
What is it?
1,500 points.
Wow.
Holy fuck! It's up 2.5%.
Yeah, no.
All right,
Wow.
fuck it, dude. Let's go. Donald Trump is in the house.
Lower those taxes. Looking good.
Wow. I mean, the market's never wrong, right?
I mean, it's absolutely bonkers. I mean, the S&P's
I'm about to hit 6,000.
6,000.
Wow.
Yo, I made so much money right now.
Dude,
I know my portfolio is looking.
I feel
good.
bad that I made money out of that.
I know,
You
I
what
know.
I mean? I just
Yeah.
want to
Control.
fucking withdraw
I'll spend
and
it. I
don't
know, I'm
know.
good.
We did the right thing. Tom will take it.
I'll take it. Yeah.
feel
Chat
like that.
with the W's and the L's. Like, just realize that we all lost, okay? So, like, this whole thing of, like,
Yeah,
you
you're trying to,
L,
like, even
then
argue.
W. Like, chill out.
Yeah, it's this team bullshit
Yeah.
that made us lose, you
What you guys are
fuckers.
doing in chat is going to help so much.
Nice. Oh, is this your activism? W in chat. Shut up. We lost,
Telling
man.
me L-Y because I said that I don't think Biden should be at fault. Wow.
I agree. I don't.
Oh, my God.
L
Shoot me.
take.
I agree. I think
Tell me to kill myself. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get even more divided.
I agree
'Cause
with
we're not
you.
already divided enough.
at this point, I don't think it's. You can just say that it was the right decision because she fucking lost as hard as you can lose, basically.
It doesn't
Neither of them
matter.
could
We're
beat
all
Trump.
speculating. Nobody
None of
knows.
them.
All
Yeah,
we
it's
know
a
is
They're
that
They
we
weren't
lost.
the right character. They
We
weren't.
lost badly.
never know.
Is all we know.
Dude, it was a monster loss. I don't think there's been a loss like that in my lifetime for the Dems.
I mean,
Didn't they get
2004 was pretty rough. Like Kerry got walloped
didn't
by Bush, didn't he?
I don't remember, but didn't they get the House and the Senate too?
In this election?
Yeah.
Yes, but I think that might have been the case in 2004 as well. 2004 was pretty bad.
So they have.
I think Bush won the popular in 04 too.
Yeah, exactly.
So they've got. Okay, here comes.
She's
she is.
coming.
Yeah,
She's
nice.
coming.
Yeah, don't act so
Something
rude.
is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves.
Fuck it.
This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge.
Charge the capital.
And I'll close with this. There's an adage.
I'm looking for anything. Just give me the green light, lady.
She said it.
She said charge.
True of every
I heard it.
society
She did
across
say
the
that.
ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough
When it's dark.
can
She's
you
saying
Oh,
see
tonight.
go to the dark.
She's saying tonight, do it.
It's going to be dark tonight.
Feel like we are entering a dark time.
Oh, yeah.
But
Around
for the
7 p.m.
benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America is.
Case the joint? Case the
Let
White,
us
case the
fill
White
the
House?
sky
Grab a case of
with
something.
the light
Let's loot. Riot! She said riot!
billion of stars,
Stars, another night message. See?
the
Yep,
light,
yep.
the light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service.
I'm sorry, too.
A Jew
What?
A Jew?
What did you say?
What did she say?
Why did she say that?
made that word.
Why did she say a Jew?
She said it's you.
Because the election's over. She can show her true colors,
Talking to
man.
me.
She's talking. She said, "Go."
You.
It's you. Nighttime riot.
I gotta pull that.
Yeah.
Of the United
Didn't sound like it
States
to me.
Of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States. of
Don't be
America.
ridiculous.
Kamala.
Trump is such a
Ease
dick.
up, Donald. You
So
won.
rude.
God.
know,
Okay,
At least she tried.
she tried. I feel
Listen.
like that would have been a nice speech if she won.
Listen, she was graceful in defeat. That's a good thing,
Yeah, no,
right?
that was
Yeah.
No, being graceful is totally a class act.
She I mean, relatively short, which
Some
was
of
good.
the words though felt like, yeah, if we won, all those things would have been awesome.
I guess, what else can you say? You know
I
what
find
mean?
her insanely calming and reassuring.
You
feel
do?
Like, yeah, I do.
No,
I feel the opposite. I feel like
I don't.
I feel like
It's a shame. She
are
didn't
we
win.
are we living in the same world?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's kind of, well, I think the disconnect is like, we could have done this, but I have no power, and we could have fought for this, but I have no power, and the guy that won is antithetical to that. But, and you know, if we keep fighting, we can make this change, but I have zero power in the government.
Yeah.
But let's stay optimistic.
But she's right. I mean, it's better to be optimistic. It's fine. She did good. What more can you be? All she could be at this point is graceful in defeat. And Walls, I'll miss Walls, man.
Should have been him, man.
He was a sweet fucking guy, that Walls.
I'm inside your walls.
And he's 60. You know, he's not that old, even though he looks old as fuck.
I think him and Kamala are the same age.
Yeah, you believe that?
Yeah. She looks good.
She
Way
does
better
look
than
Say
good.
that
Yeah.
again.
She looks. Yeah, she looks good, bro.
You could say that again.
Yeah, she looks good.
Say that one more time.
She looks good, bro.
I agree.
What can I say?
Jeez.
Hold on, I'm coming.
You know, my hope with Trump, that the fact that he swept, right? He won the popular vote. He won the House. He won the Senate. It was a total sweep. Like, I hope that he's not like
Is
so.
the House 100% confirmed? I haven't
read
looked
that.
since
I don't know. Pull it
earlier
up.
this morning. Let me.
But what I hope is that he's like not vindictive and coming in like looking for revenge, because it's.
Certainly.
Are we not talking
Yeah,
about
But he
sound
won.
like him
He
at all.
won. It's like you won, man. Let's just, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's just let bygones be bygones.
He kind of ran on being vindictive.
Bro's gonna
That's
tear
kind of the
shit up.
platform.
Kind of his brand.
Yeah.
And we're in California, and he hates California. So
Yeah,
good
he
luck.
fucked us so hard on taxes.
Good luck
Really?
to our taxes.
Yeah, bro.
How
In
he got-
California, we used to be able to deduct property taxes
Yeah.
from federal taxes.
Okay.
He made that. Now that doesn't work. And people that, I mean, obviously, it really. People who own property, I guess specifically, which isn't a lot of people
Yeah.
these days. But if you do own property, you get absolutely fucking annihilated on taxes because
And
you have to pay it twice. You have to pay.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
say you owe the state of California $20,000, let's say, and then you have to pay that tax to your municipality, and then you have to pay it again
Right. I
to the
see.
federal government.
But how? I didn't know he got power in like blue states
Well, it's a
red states.
tax.
Wait.
I mean, it's federal tax code.
Fuck him, dude.
You know.
Ethan,
That's fucked up.
Ethan,
Just tell me what to do, sir.
please stand up.
Whatever you say, sir. You're the president. What's next, Mr. President?
Please stand up.
I'm already. All right.
He's up.
I don't know how to stand up more than I am.
He's up.
All right. What next, Mr. President?
I'll kiss the guys and the beautiful women and
I'll kiss you, Mr. President. What's next? Okay, let's fuck it. I'm perched over for you, sir.
I love you.
Take
I
me.
am not a gay man.
Take me, Mr. President. I'm yours.
We love you. You're very special.
I'm just trying to comply.
I see you're taking this loss well.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
What's up with that turtle shirt, dude? By the way, that's Turtle 2, isn't it? Secret of the Ooze. I can
is
tell
it?
because it has fucking Bebop and Rocksteady.
Bruce has been asking who's this guy because it looks like Godzilla.
Right.
I don't know who he is.
It's either Bebop or Rocksteady. I forget which one.
Bebop?
That's a good name.
But the Shredder is the Shredder from the first Turtle movie. So this is kind of like a crossover thing that's happening here.
Yeah, that's what I planned.
That's sick.
When I put it on as a diehard turtle head.
Like that.
I
right, so
loved
here-
those movies when I was a kid.
This is the first thing we need to do as we come into the office today and go over. We need to order a pizza
Thanks.
yeah.
Oh,
because
isn't that interesting?
let's be fucking real. We abstained,
Expecting Shrek.
and what did it get us yesterday?
Oh, I was wrong. Wait,
A big L.
I think that's Tonka and
And I'm not talking about
Tonka and Razor.
No.
Not Bebop and
Embarrassing.
Rocksteady. I'm a fucking fake fan. I've been
Embarrassing.
exposed, dude.
Wait, what?
Toker and
I called the
Razor.
characters the wrong thing. I was thinking of two other villains from
Cringe.
Turtles.
L-Tig.
I thank you for fact checking me, Chad. You're absolutely right. That's Tonka and Razor.
Dan, you fuck! That is turning into quite a good soundbite.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming in the end of the year, it's making a strong showing.
I'll give Dan credit for that one because he's like, you should pull that.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
As soon
That's
as he
good.
said
It's
it.
a great producer right there.
So who wants to
Coward!
who wants to take the lead on that? You know what I need? If I'm gonna eat pizza, I need there to at least be vegetables on it.
Can we get the white pizza with spinach?
Ooh.
Sure.
Ew.
That sounds good.
What?
Just spinach?
That's
Just
a
white
spinach.
spinach?
Hilo, I'm with
White
you.
pizza with spinach.
That's a thing, yeah,
The
it's good.
bomb.
And white.
Garlicky, it's good.
The bomb.com.
I don't mind the whiteness, okay, but just spinach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that too.
There you go.
Sometimes that's tomato and spinach. That's a good combo.
But is
too.
the white? Do you mean like ranch?
No.
Ew.
No,
It's a white
Alfredo.
sauce.
Thank
No.
God.
There's just no sauce on it.
It's like, yeah, it's just like.
So it's
No,
what?
there should be
it's
Alfredo sauce.
Sometimes it's Alfredo or
seriously,
cheese.
that's white
Or
sauce.
just
There's a white
cheese.
sauce.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I'm from New Jersey. A white pizza is just
You're-
cheese
you're
with no
right. We're
sauce.
both right.
With the tomatoes.
It
the-
depends where you order from. There's different
Oh, okay.
versions.
Yeah, it can go
Yeah.
either
Speaking of
way.
which, where do you want your pizza from?
No free ads, Ethan. I say that with peace and love.
You can say
is
it
there-
in Chad.
Dan, is there a local place you like that's not like a massive
I
chain?
don't. No.
I fuck with the local places.
Love knows.
I'll be
Listen to
honest.
Love.
Just name
I
the
want to
place.
support the local businesses. However, every time I do, the pizza sucks. Let's be real about it. These bozos can't cook.
What?
I'm being
kidding
real.
me?
You gotta
And
find a
then
good pizza
when
place.
I get like Pizza Hut or Domino's, I'm like, oh my god, this is
sucks
actually
ass.
better.
What?
I'm being dead serious.
Oh my
man.
god, bro.
So
They
if you,
make a decent pizza at those places.
My issue, I don't like the thick pizzas.
me neither.
Me
Gotta
too.
be
It's
thin.
such a fucking
It's
buzzkill.
too much
It
bread.
needs
need-
to be this thin one. Papillon.
Papillon.
Yawn.
Here we go
Does
again.
Papillon have a thinny?
Papillon?
All right, enough.
Huh? Does Papillon have a thinny?
Yes, they have thinnies, baby.
Was that what would you like?
Well, does anyone have a local?
I don't.
Love said he
No.
did.
I feel like that doesn't really. I'm probably wrong, but I feel like there's no really good local pizza places in LA.
There's
Oh
one
my
I
god,
like,
that
it's
is
in the
not
valley.
true at all. You have to go and put in the time. Pizza's my favorite food.
That's too much work.
When we moved into our house, I probably went to 15 different pizza places
Oh,
and was
okay.
disappointed 14 times
Okay.
until I
Okay,
found
so
the
which is
one.
it?
It's in Arcadia. I mean, they won't deliver here.
Okay.
But the point is, there are good local pizza places. You got to find them.
But
like
if
1 out of
it's
15.
yeah, if it's 1 out of 15, those
You
are not- those are
gotta
tough
put in
odds.
the work, guys. If pizza's important to
There's
you.
one good place that's pretty good, but it's in the valley. But it's called Lucifer's.
Oh,
I've had,
Lucifer's
yeah, I've had
is good.
Lucifer's before.
name.
Lucifer's is good.
Yeah.
There's also a place called Pisana, which when it's good, it's really good, but sometimes it's bad. And then it tastes
That's
like
the
poo.
one where we bake it at home.
Yeah, they have it like they give you the whole pie so you can throw it in the oven.
Nice.
This is just. I don't even believe we're talking about like Papa John's and fucking Domino's.
Well, I'm just saying
What
I'll,
is
I'll
wrong
go
with
local,
you guys?
but nobody seems to want to take me up. Here, I'll
Pizza's
do.
actually very nutritious.
I'll do
Someone's-
some research.
Chat saying Dobrik's.
We already did that, and everybody loved it.
Is it good?
Everybody loved it.
dude, that shit slaps.
It wasn't that good.
It's very bready. It's very bready.
Wait, but it's
no,
Chicago
no.
style, right? Chicago style sucks ass.
It's more of a Detroit.
Detroit sucks ass too. It's New York
Really,
or
I
go
thought it was
fuck
more
yourself.
Cincinnati. Yeah, right. Everybody's got a pizza style. Give me a break.
They really do. There's like New Haven pizza. There's
Oh,
like-
get the fuck out of
Do
here.
we have a Michigan style?
We have a suggestion
Detroit.
from Love.
Yeah.
Let me look. this
Okay,
place
so which
up.
one is that? What is it like?
It's like crispy on the outside, but it's very doughy. I'm with you. I like a thin pizza.
It's got to
Yeah.
be. If it's just, it was like I'm not trying to eat like a loaf of bread here.
No.
I want to
Yeah.
eat pizza.
Yeah.
I am. I love thick crust.
I like the
You're sick,
nipple-ish.
bro.
No way.
You like thick crust?
Yeah. I like
You're-
thin
are you
pizza
a-
too. I listen. I love.
Are you
all
a size
pizza.
queen?
I love all
100%.
pizza. I think all pizza is like all of the various styles or whatever. They all have their pluses and minuses. We don't have to be so hostile about it.
I think we
You know
should
what
be
I mean?
hostile. Fuck Detroit pizza and fuck Chicago pizza. All right.
This place doesn't have.
I
a
don't care
thin-
who I piss off by saying that.
Pizza-
It's New York or go fuck yourself.
New York pizza is such fucking dumb, overrated. Like, so, it's ridiculous the way
Well, that's
these
the
people
three
have built up
styles.
this mythos of like every spot in New
No,
York
that's not
pizza
true.
is amazing. And they did the same thing about the bagels too. It's like, dude, I'm sorry to tell you, but you guys are full of shit.
I have to disagree with you on that one.
I'm with you.
And only because
It's not special.
I had a friend.
I lived there for a year.
I had a friend that brought me back New York bagels. He brought them in his suitcase, kept them in the freezer. They were unbelievable.
I don't
Like
know.
absolutely fucking compared
been
to
to so
Western.
many
We
ba-
had so many dry
Western
ones.
sucks.
I love Western.
I know, but it's like it's not a crazy bagel.
No, there's better places.
pretty
in LA,
average.
but in a pinch. But these New York bagels, oh my god.
Well, I don't know where you ate, but I went to like dozens of different bagel places all across the city, dozens of pizza places all across the city. The one thing they do good in New York is that the crust tends to be on the thinner side. Although what you end up with, frankly, is a floppy slice.
The front fell off.
I ate only floppy pizza when I was in New York. It was very underwhelming.
Well, when I
What'd they
say New
do?
York pizza,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
talking about specifically from New York. There's three styles, right? Zach, to your point, you got Chicago style, you got New York style. Detroit, I don't even know what we're talking about. I mean, that's not even a pizza. It's really New York or Chicago. That's the two styles.
This is my theory on New York City. That place sucks. Let's be real. It's great. I mean, it's great. We all know what's great about New York City. And it's a great place to visit. And it's like theoretically a nice place to live if you're like a billionaire. But they're coping so hard because they know it sucks. They're spending so much money that they all have to jazz each other up that like everything here is awesome. Like our pizza's the best, you guys. And it's like everybody knows it's not, but they have to convince themselves that they have this edge to justify their terrible lives.
It's way better out
I'm
here. It's not even
loving
a
this
question.
fucking slander, dude. I'm loving it. I've becoming more and more New York blackpilled over the years. Because here's the thing. I've never been to New York.
Oh,
I
really?
don't have any attitude
Go
about
visit.
New York. And all the time, I hear from fucking New Yorkers how much LA fucking sucks.
They
New York's
hate
so much
LA.
better. And I've never attacked you. Now,
Yeah.
I'm here for the New York slander.
Well,
Fuck
I'll
that
tell you
city.
what, Dan. That was one thing that stood out to me in our year there. Everybody was talking about how LA sucks, how California sucks.
Bro.
Like, bitch, I don't even think about you.
I don't even think about you.
That is 100%
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
like you're like
Ever.
I didn't believe the West Coast slander coming out, and that's part of the cope. They're sitting there in like minus fucking 50 degrees. The city is covered in a blizzard.
Nowhere to
Nobody
park,
can leave.
small
And then-
apartment.
and then
I wouldn't
they're
know.
walking around
I
in
wouldn't know any of
slosh.
this.
And you know, here we are. It's like 70 degrees. No wonder they're so angry.
Dude, I grew up, born and raised in New Jersey the first 22 years of my life there. I would never go back.
New Jersey.
Fuck
I mean, that's the same.
that.
It's the same
Same thing.
vibe,
Bye.
weather-wise. Yeah.
I think it was nice to visit because I went for the first time in January. I liked it, but not enough to live there. Because even our hotel room we got was super fucking small. I was like, geez.
Listen, as
And
far
so
as,
expensive.
as far as places to visit, it's one of the best.
Yeah, I like going back to visit now, but God, the thought of living there, just cannot do it.
Raising a family
I just
there?
love hearing people talk shit about New York.
Dude, how do you
Is
raise
my
a
point.
family there?
And I don't even have that strong.
You move to
I don't
Connecticut.
know.
You
But-
Yeah,
can't.
you can't.
You can't.
But there's
Or you
millions
move
of
to
people living in the
Northern
city,
Jersey.
right? And apparently, I think they're all just like young people who are like literally struggling for their lives because
Assholes.
because they want to live in the city.
Stupid.
You know what $1,200 gets you there? Gets you a box.
Nothing.
Pretty much nothing.
Parking for a month, maybe.
I mean, LA is kind of getting like that. To be honest,
It's true.
That's
Well,
not
there's-
the best talking point against New York.
There's more
That's
space at least. You'll get more space.
LA wasn't like that like 15 years ago. Apartments weren't that expensive here when I in my early 20s. I know because I was broke as fuck and I had a decent place. But I don't know how anybody survives now.
No.
There it is, guys. Oh, hello.
Hey.
So
live this guy here.
somebody's got to decide on a pizza.
You guys ever? Let's go back to the motherland, bro. Neapolitan pizza.
Neapolitan.
That's
Kebab, kebab pizza.
That's good too, dude. Neapolitan or whatever the fuck.
Neapolitan.
What is
Thing.
Neapolitan?
You're talking
What are we
about like a
talking about?
margarita pizza?
Oh my.
Neapolitan?
Neapolitan. Thank
Okay.
you, Tom.
I got you, bro.
just like a-
Thin,
What's that?
mozzarella.
It's like a
Basil.
traditional Italian.
Oh my.
It's like
That's
a
good, love.
margarita.
I'm with you on that. That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
It's just like tomato.
Napolitana?
No, it's a type of pizza. You can put whatever you want.
I'll
on
tell
it.
you what, I don't like it because they put like dollops of like mozzarella. It's like that's
I
not how I
love
want to eat
those.
that
That's
shit.
how
I
it's
love
supposed to
those.
be.
You go, oh, here's a big chunk of mozzarella, and then the rest is just floppy fucking
No.
red bread.
Those always slap.
Then don't get mozzarella on it. You can choose.
Yeah, go eat your Papa John's.
It's even worse.
What-
Where do you get the Neapolitan?
the one I sent in chat here. They have pretty good ones.
I don't see a thin crust option. Olive, you know of a good pizza spot? Local spot?
Yeah.
Tell them.
Nice.
Okay.
Not
it's-
publicly, but tell them.
Oh.
No
see-
free ads.
I just don't want people sending in bombs.
Just you run out.
Ian said, is this what you want, Ian? Is Ian here?
No.
No. This is the first we hear of Ian
He's
today.
just
and
sending
this is what he
DiGiorno
sent.
pics in chat.
We weren't supposed to have an episode today.
Yeah.
He had scheduled some stuff today. So I told him, don't worry about it. Just take care of what you need to. So I think he's watching from his
Listen,
phone or something.
I'll say this. Everybody who came in today, I'm very grateful. This morning, we were not supposed to have a show, and I said, the people need us. Who's down to come in? Everybody was down.
I was like, you know what? Fuck it. What else am I doing?
Also, I want to say that yesterday's stream got fucking blocked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
By goddamn hot. That's a super hot coffee pot. That dumb fucking bit blocked the whole 5-hour stream, and then to dispute it and bring it back up, the video's fully demonetized.
That's crazy.
So we make no money from it because these dumb fucks. That's a mighty hot coffee pot. Should I drink it? Probably not.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was quality.
Was
quality
it worth
video,
it?
though. It was very
Probably
funny.
not.
Yeah, probably.
I watched Eminem talk about hot coffee pot.
We were laughing pretty hard. Okay.
That
Maybe it
shit
was worth it.
sucks ass, bro. That shit's ass.
I love the hand part.
I forget. Oh yeah. What did he say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
Let's watch it again. Fuck
Oh
it.
yeah, your mom's a hoe. Just something really dumb. Oh wait, that how he started? Where he's like, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's a mighty hot coffee. That was the first line.
yeah.
That blew my mind.
Fruity coffee.
All right, Olive's on it, right?
How are you feeling, Olive? Not good. Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah.
Do we have some of the polling we can go over, Dan? Like the eggs. Like I want to know the women.
You want to know about the eggs?
I want to know the Latinos. I want to know the
Yes, at the top.
Men.
Yes, at the top of the doc. Are you looking at that?
yeah.
There.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Couple things
Let's
in
take a
there.
look at where we're at here.
I'll throw you some more.
Wow. He's winning the popular vote by like 4 points.
I don't get it.
Yep.
That's unreal.
Yeah, which again, 2020 election. So I guess this is not the final count though. If you hover over California, I think they're still only like 55% counted, something like that.
But he's projected to win the popular, so I don't think that much.
Yeah. It's not enough to catch up.
Country gate.
But just as it stands right now, which this will change a little bit, but in 2020, Trump had 74 million votes. This time, he's sitting at 72. Maybe he'll pick up another 2 or so in the final counts.
Imagine he gets less.
Yeah, and Biden had 81 million.
Wow.
And so when you look at those two numbers...
Oh, that's 14 million motherfuckers that stayed home.
Yeah.
Damn.
14 million of y'all.
Or shifted or some combination of it. But yeah, that to me leaps out immediately as like a big whoa.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Big whoa.
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, let's
You're
see.
okay, Dan.
Let's see. By county, shift from 2020, you guys saw this. The wind is blowing, and I don't like what it's kicking up. Speaking of which, there's a fire nearby. My sister had to evacuate from Camarillo.
Also in Malibu.
What?
Yeah, there's one in Malibu too.
Yeah.
The fuck? Are MAGA people starting fires? What's going on?
In celebration?
Yeah, they're trying to take us out.
The ballots are on fire, setting forest fires.
You know how we can find out? We got to take it straight to D.C. I'll see you on January 6th.
You want to burn it down? You want to start a fire?
I'm not saying
in DC?
that.
I'm saying burn.
I'm saying
the
we need to
vote.
get to the bottom of this.
We should do it on January 12th because it's sequel times 2.
Okay.
January. Yeah, I was thinking, or like, what's the opposite? Would be like July. January. What was day? Is it the 11? No, that's 9/11. January 2nd, 3rd, 7th.
Let's do December. I think
I would go December.
The opposite of January.
Like December 29th.
No, that's not the opposite. It would be July. Would be the opposite.
Yeah, July, I guess, would be the...
Really?
Yeah.
What's the opposite, right? You're talking about the second.
Opposite season.
No, we're talking about the first
I think
month,
about
January.
flipping.
So wouldn't the opposite be the 12th month?
No, because
How?
no.
No?
No.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they're next to each other.
True.
You'd have to go
It's
mid-year.
too close. It's too close.
Too
You
close.
gotta-
Well, we got to
That'd
do
be
this right away,
June or
Dan. We
July.
can't
gotta
wait.
go. No.
We can't
Ethan's
wait.
right. It's got to be in July.
July 5th. What is the day? January 2nd.
July 4th? Is that what you're going for?
July 4th.
Yes.
That's a patriotic day to riot.
Right.
Can't forget that.
Let's start a fucking riot around here. Daddy needs some new diapers for the kids.
Did you want to pick your pizza or
I mean,
or do you want us to pick
Ugh,
the
I don't like this. Looks like so try hard,
Just don't eat that one.
doesn't it?
One of them sounds so good to me.
Don't show my screen.
Okay.
All right, you can show it now. It just opened the menu there.
Proud of you, Ethan.
Well,
That
thank
was
you.
strong.
The veggie, I guess. Do you not want a veggie, Ela? I
I
need.
picked that one that you said is a try hard.
So are these like personal pizzas?
Yeah.
I don't eat a whole pizza. I can.
Yeah, I'm not eating.
They're 12-inch pizzas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty small and thin. You can probably crush one on your own.
I can't. I need vegetables. Otherwise, I think my body will just disintegrate.
You're the one that suggested pizza.
No, I'm saying, yeah, but like, well, it's not that I want pizza. It's that,
Okay.
it's
You want pizza with vegetables?
it's due.
It's
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last
I just
30
want the
days.
veggie.
He's never been
Will you
in the
share that
pizza
with me?
category.
You can get whatever. Just get what you want. Bring it home for the kids. I want a veggie. Thank you so much.
TK.
All right. So, where can we see, like, the demographics? Where's the needle at, guys? Oof. It's on the ground.
Oh, no.
It's about to fall
The
off.
needle has fallen,
Yeah.
my friends.
So the overall demographics on New York Times website, it seems to break it down by state. I'm not sure if you.
So if I go to state, it will show.
Well, it shows some things.
Let's look at, I don't know, Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Let's check out Penny Lane.
Great song.
See detailed results.
Right.
Let's see here. I mean, it's red. It's red.
It's red.
More red.
Red. I think you're scrolling by some stuff.
Red.
That could be helpful.
I don't believe this
Okay.
is what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for more granular data.
Did Kamala get the black vote?
That's what I want to know. That's what I
I'm
want to
curious.
see.
I assume, but who knows?
I believe she did.
She did.
Yeah, I think
she
black
definitely
voters voted for Kamala.
Well, where are you seeing this stuff? This is what I want.
I'm just
I
taking
just
a
see
guess.
news reports on it.
I want to judge racial groups.
That's very Trump of
I
you.
I want to,
Cast
point
judgment?
blame on ethnic groups as a whole.
Blame 45% of Latinos.
Yep, we're blaming them. Just tell me who to
Does
blame.
Nate want to blame or not to blame? Is he in the 45%?
I haven't asked.
I don't know.
I voted Kamala. Kamala.
All right, he's one of the good ones.
Yeah, he's a good one. Just like me, I'm one of the good
No,
Jews.
I'm the bad one now.
Oh yeah, you're in the minority. Mm-hmm.
And then I read that she was black.
I know it, man. That's tough. I think also a big problem, let's be real, that we don't want a woman president. Hillary Clinton should have destroyed him. I think people don't want a woman president. And I think that was very much reflected in the turnout. Even the women didn't want a fucking woman president. You know what I mean?
That's so fucked up.
So
They
weird.
just didn't want it. It's time to get back in the kitchen,
I
ladies.
don't know why. Cause like
We're just not ready.
like women get shit done, and
sure.
we know that about each other.
My
So,
wife
like,
runs
why-
the whole
why
show
aren't-
at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why aren't we voting for her then? I don't know. I mean, I did, but I don't know why.
I think there is really some level of internalized misogyny going on where women
must be.
have some bias against other women being in charge.
I don't know.
To an extent, right? That's what it seems like.
As a woman.
So let's see here. We got Shift Data and New York Times, whatever. Here's Trump's acceptance speech. This was pretty epic. I was watching this shit like tripping out. Like he was just freestyling, baby. He was vibing. He was feeling himself.
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I was enjoying it. He shouted out Aiden Ross and the Nelk Boys.
Dude, I saw Bryce Hall like with him at some rally. It's like,
What is happening?
Fucking Bryce Hall.
Well, hold on. This was his acceptance speech, and he shouted out Aiden Ross. It was Dana White.
Yeah, Dana White.
Deserves this more than his family does. This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years, this is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hard-working man I've ever met in my life. His family are incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
This. They deserve it as a
Pay
family.
pay the UFC fight or something. Those fuckers are like the brokest athletes.
Right. Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn.
Boys, and last but not
Theo
least,
Vaughn.
the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, of course.
And thank you, America. Thank you. Have a good night.
Who's the blonde? She looks like.
I think that's one of the sons.
Laura Trump.
Oh, okay.
That's
Eric's wife.
Eric's wife.
She got dead eyes.
She looks
Like
a lot older than him. Is that what's happening?
Could be.
I thought Eric's the youngest. Or well, no, he has obviously a younger one, Baron. But
Dude, Barron's like 7 feet tall.
why is he so
He's
fucking
so
tall?
Yeah, what the fuck
was
are
on
they
s-
feeding that kid?
He's so tall.
Adrenochrome.
Dude, straight up, I took a screenshot yesterday. He's like twice as big as them. It's insane.
He came out on the stage and he was just towering over everybody. It looked crazy.
Looks like an alien.
He's legit like 5. Like
You think he can
6'7",
dunk?
Baron Trump height.
think he's got hops?
Let's see. Yeah, he's 6'9".
Oh damn.
Why is he 6'9"? That's not normal.
So crazy.
69.
6'9"? What's going on with this kid? He's too tall. He's too tall.
He's like Mike TV, when he got like stretched out.
Right. I don't know what that. Right. What?
It's from Willy Wonka specifically. They showed.
Oh, that
in
was
the,
Mike's. Got it. Mike TV.
yeah.
Got it.
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
Eric Trump is actually pretty tall too. I don't know if you guys knew about this. He's 40, by the way, and his height, if you guys were wondering, is 6'5".
Okay.
So Eric Trump, wife.
Tall kids.
Laura Trump, age, is 42. Okay.
So they're the same age.
Age appropriate.
Yeah. Good for you guys. They look like a happy couple.
Angels on your body, guys.
Angels on your body, you guys. Please. Please. He's been losing a bit of weight, though. He looks good, doesn't he? Wasn't he like a little bit on the bigger side?
I have no
Seems like he
idea.
slimmed down.
Donnie too, man.
Look at him. Look how healthy. He looks good, man. Let's give him a round of applause. Weight loss. Weight loss. Right?
Sure.
Eric Trump, fat. I don't know. Should I type old picture, old photo?
I ain't into fat girls, so
I guess I'm not really seeing anything.
she's a little big.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
As far as she looked a little big to me. I don't know.
Look at these dork ass fucking bozos. Especially this guy. God, he's such a dork ass bitch.
Hey
They look like 1980s bullies.
He looks like they
Totally.
raped girls in college or something, right?
Well-
And their dad got him out of it.
Well,
Don't you think?
I mean, they look like that, and I think they might actually
They
be
don't
like
hear
that,
no
too.
those two.
Yeah.
No means yes.
I mean, their dad's a rapist.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
sorry.
I thought I was cooking.
Sorry.
But it's not fun. That was so funny.
Okay, say it again.
I mean, I didn't know that I didn't know that y'all were not
Just
feeling
trying
it.
to protect you from yourself.
No, I understand. Was that funny, love?
No.
It wasn't?
I thought it was
Not
funny.
remotely.
Really? Not even a little bit?
I mean,
Tom
maybe
was
if you don't-
laughing, and I
thought
think
it was
that's
funny.
dangerous having him on my right because
Yeah,
he
so-
enables.
I do
You enable
enable,
me,
yeah.
which isn't good.
I love goblin mode, Ethan.
You're the devil on my shoulder. I've got a crew of angels on this shoulder and one devil on this
It's
side.
my fault you made a joke.
No, but you were like, maybe if you weren't here, I would have been like, what, tough crowd? Buttoned it.
Yeah.
But you were cracking up, so I was like, okay.
It was funny. I don't know what to tell you.
I thought it was funny too.
No.
It is what it is, guys. Let's see what else we got here in the doc. Here he is rambling about Elon's rockets, which I thought was bizarre and funny. He just started freestyling.
Let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon.
A star is born. He's Elon Musk. He's been famous. He's probably the most famous person in the world.
Maybe you've heard of him.
A star. I've created a star.
What does that mean?
Introducing to the world Elon Musk.
USA.
Now he is. Now he's an amazing guy. We were sitting together tonight. You know, he spent 2 weeks in Philadelphia and different parts of Pennsylvania campaigning. You know, he sent the rocket up 2 weeks ago, and I saw that rocket, and I saw it coming down. I saw it. It was, when it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, it didn't look so pretty. It was going 10,000 miles an hour, and it was burning like hell. I said, what happened to your paint job? He said, we've never made a paint that could withstand that kind of heat.
Paint?
And, but I saw it come down and turn around. And it was, you know, it's like 22 stories tall, by the way. It looks a little smaller than that, but it's big. And it came
It's 22
down
stories. I don't believe it. It's much smaller in person.
What are we talking about?
But that's what they told me. He's like, he's not even really complimenting him. He's like, it came down. It was on hellfire. It looked horrible. The paint was burned off it. Smaller than I expected, by the way.
Speaking of hellfire, me and Dan saw this funny post from Elon yesterday. Do you remember what it was? He was like, oh, America is going to be so fire emoji.
Oh yeah.
And it seemed
Oh,
like
God.
he's like just saying
That's a
America's
threat.
going to be on fire. I gotta find out.
No, Elon. Speak better.
Yeah.
Down and you saw that fire burning and I'm saying only Elon can do this. It
Only
must be
Elon.
And I tell the story. I told it last night. I had a man on the phone. I had the screen muted, no sound. I was talking to a very important man, happens to be here.
Very important. I had him on mute.
Very important. I
Not
muted
interested
him.
in what
I
he had
didn't
to
tell him
say.
he was muted.
No.
He kept yapping. Elon was
No,
on
he
the
had-
other line.
He had the TV on mute, I think.
I just sent the tweet. The future is going to be so fire emoji.
Here's Elon predicting the future. Let's see. The future is going to be so fucking lit.
AKA just America's going to be on fire.
This bitch is burning down.
The flag is burning.
And then we do have fires today. So did Elon start it?
I saw him sitting here. Yeah, I mean, it might have been a prediction. I saw him sitting here with somebody that really surprised me. Who was it? I don't remember. But there he is.
He's like, yes, master, yes.
Yes. I would do your bidding,
Yes, sir.
Well, to be honest, though, Elon's probably he's the one in
Maybe.
charge. To
By
be
the
honest.
looks of his speech, yeah.
Although, who knows? Trump makes people his bitch. That's like his thing.
Yeah.
I do wonder how long that alliance can possibly last with
Yeah.
two of
Me
the
too.
most psycho people on the fucking planet.
I mean, they hated each
the
other.
massive egos
Yeah.
trying to work together.
He was. I'm telling you, he's having a hard time complimenting him. It's coming out of his
Right.
mouth really sour.
As long as those contracts come his way.
Also, I
Yeah.
feel like he didn't mention Elon until people started saying his name in the crowd. And then he was like, oh, and we have a new star.
A star is born.
Yeah.
I was born, yeah.
Because that was like, he had already talked about a lot of people.
Yeah.
And
Aiden Ross. Did Aiden Ross get thanked before Musk?
No, I
no.
think
Well, it
because
was
that
only
was
Dana
like,
that thanked him.
that was
Oh, okay.
Dana White. So that was different.
That is kind of like I'm not like
the most
super
important-
anti MMA or whatever, but like an honor, like very few people were brought up to speak. Dana White being one of them, like the blood sport guy, is just like
I'm surprised.
so
to see him.
surreal. Like what are we even fucking doing here? It's like,
I mean, I guess he's just influential, and him and this whole right wing manosphere.
of course, yeah.
Just-
I mean, I guess it tells you a lot about like how the campaign was run and what their sort of like winning message was.
I mean, I get that it won over a
It's
bunch
the
of
alpha
men,
bro shit.
but the women fell in line, man.
You keep saying that, but I mean, he lost women.
No, but it was like 45% women went to Trump, which is like staggeringly insane. Again, I'm waiting for. Did we find any specific data on that?
Yeah, I sent an article that had a bunch of stats.
Oh, here it is. Voter turnout. Wonderful. Let's see. How voting demographics changed between 2020 and 2024 in it. Let's see. This is perfect. So men.
This is in 2020, the first one.
This is 2020.
I believe what it's saying on the left is that's the percentage of the electorate. Women, 52% of people that voted were women, and they voted 57 to 42.
Is that right? Women are voting way more than men.
Yeah, that's almost always true.
What's
Really?
I think it's been going down too. I think this year a lot of men weren't voting at all.
Well, we'll take a look. So, I mean, the women, it was a blowout for them. Now, this year, we're looking at.
So he improved. He went from 42 to 44% of the women vote. And the share of the women vote actually rose even more, 53% to 47%. So I think it's more complicated than just saying that, you know.
I mean, Harris got less than Biden, and Trump got more than he did last time.
Now, he also improved his percentage with men, went from 53 to 54%. So it's kind of just an improvement across the board.
Well, and if you look here, more women voted than last year and less men. And somehow, like, I just don't understand how he can outlaw or, like, put an abortion. I mean, he says he wants to do a national abortion ban.
Is that a lot of these abortion ballot measures that were like state votes, not connected, were very popular. And so I mean, I guess we won't know until all of the voting data is out, but it seems that there were a lot of crossover votes, people that voted for Trump but also voted for abortion rights. They were able to separate those.
It seems like they're not taking him seriously. They think he's just saying.
Or it's just a protest. Like, it's just dissatisfaction with the status quo. It's just people do not fuck with the Biden administration is what this seems to. I mean, is that a huge surprise? He's very unpopular president in, like, you know, popularity rating sense. So
let's get racial, Dan.
That's what?
Let's get racial.
Great.
The whites, the blacks, the Hispanic.
Let's
Get the button ready, Dan.
A little bit of nuance.
The Asians.
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's see. So, I mean, here's what they did last year. Now let's take a look. The white folks, less white folks.
Yeah, what are you looking at? Just as a percentage?
This year, there was more white people voting for Harris. It was an increase.
She improved with whites. That is true.
2%. Dude, white people that's the whites.
Okay.
No, I was listening to someone talk about it today. I think why it's gone up is because just a lot of white men chose not to vote. They just didn't like either candidate.
Could be.
There was, I mean, there was a 4% difference in the voter turnout.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're looking at this. This is all percentage. To really understand it, we need like what the actual numbers are to make any sort of comparison. Because yeah, like we said, I mean, it's looking like she got, you know, over 10 million less votes than Biden did. Who were those people that didn't vote at all? And that's not going to appear in this because this is data about people who did vote.
The Jews.
Okay, whatever.
I don't think there's that many.
We'll get that data when it comes around, but until then, give it up for the whites.
And then it just went up from 40.
How about shout out black people too?
Let's take a look at the black folks here.
Shout out black people.
Last year, 87% Biden, 86, pretty much the same. And the women, the black women voted the same, so they held strong. Less came out though. Again, less came out. 11% this time and 13% last time. Sorry, Oliver.
Well, as a percentage, yeah. Again, I don't even know if that's true. It might not be less. It might just be.
But then, okay, Dan, if what you're saying is true, then one of these other percentages should be higher, but they're all lower.
Not black?
I see what you mean.
They're all lower. How's that possible? You know what I mean?
Right.
Were you saying something, Olive?
White is higher.
No, I was just saying it's inspiring to see the numbers up again. It's so consistent.
But let's give it up for the black people.
Yeah, 100%.
The black community,
Shout out.
did a beautiful job.
They came out. The Hispanic.
Yeah, this is a crazy clapping individually for each.
Here.
I don't want to see the negative.
I'm literally just reading what's on this chart from NBC Washington Times. This is a reputable.
I'm with you.
It's obviously a sensitive.
I read that she was black.
All right, let's not clap.
Let's not push.
Yeah, Avery in
Let's
chat,
not
Mega
push.
Awesome Nerd says black people are tired of carrying y'all's LMAO.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes a good point because every election, the black community is always pressured very hard and criticized very hard to vote, and they're always the ones who turn out, and they usually vote Democrat too.
Well, they still did. They still
I know that's
came
right.
out.
So constantly shout out to the black community for
Like
always
overwhelming.
always
I mean,
going out to vote.
The black people are the ones holding it down for the Democrats. Like, what the fuck? Right. Now let's look at the Latinos. Last year, or last time, 65% Biden. This time, 53. That's got to be the biggest shift we've seen by far.
This chart, seeing this like this morning, I don't know, put me in a really bad mood. It got me really upset.
It was the song, dude. We shouldn't have played this song.
I know. I think this song. That's why I want to do the remix. I think this song made a big difference.
Fuck, man. We laughed. We laughed at this song.
Nate, so go ahead.
Fuck.
No, but seeing this like really upset me and Leslie in the morning because it's just like
it's pretty shocking.
It's it's shocking. It's embarrassing. It's like just from this, not policy aside, just what they say about Latino people, especially undocumented people. Like every Latino knows an undocumented person, someone they're close to even.
Sure.
I 100% know for a fact.
He wants to deport everybody. He wants to mass deport like 20 million people.
Yeah.
How could they vote for that? Okay, whatever. I don't. I'm not going to judge.
No,
I don't know what it's like.
It's hard. I see people say it's like Latino men, and I agree. I do think it's all mostly Latino men, and they just simply don't care.
Well,
easy as that.
Or I mean,
But what?
do some have, because you got to think about the fact, like, the people here that are undocumented, they aren't voting in the election. So what we're seeing is a
Wait,
cross section.
that's not true. I thought they were casting infinite ballots.
Okay, right.
That's
So
why
if
they're
you
here.
listen to Trump, that's the case.
That's
But,
why they're here, Dan. Think we just let illegals run around for nothing?
Yeah, for the most part, undocumented people are not voting in the election, and so you are getting a cross section of the Latino community that are citizens, and a lot of them. I don't want to say a lot of them because I'm not part of the Latino community. I have seen interviews with people that seem to hold the attitude that they came here the right way and they don't like that people are jumping the line, essentially, and getting in undocumented. And so that combined with, again, like we were saying earlier, a lot of Latinos being culturally pretty conservative and everything, I kind of see why a lot of them are attracted to the Republican Party.
But that doesn't explain the huge shift. Like, I understand what you're saying. Some people are attracted to the values of the Republican Party and such. But go ahead, Nate.
Well, most of it comes from just the economy, if I'm being honest. They literally would put aside all that because I imagine a lot of Hispanic Latino voters, aren't making a lot of money or just making just enough to get by. And they figured, well, putting all that aside, maybe economically I'll do better under a Trump administration. Because a lot of them are struggling, paying bills and like food. It's all expensive. But I personally can't put aside the bullshit that the Republican Party has said about Latino people.
Well, plus you got a lot of Catholics too, so maybe it's the abortion issue alone.
I guess there's a few things adding up here.
It's
a lot of things.
Yeah. But the difference is what? 12%? And then on the Trump side, this is staggering too. 13% more came out for Trump. Almost a 50-50 split. It's worth remembering, or I guess 53% still were, Harris. So the majority was still Harris, but that's such a big difference.
Now, and I would pull it up if my fucking computer wasn't lagging. I'm having issues, Ethan, with this computer.
Big difference.
You're going to have to buy me a new computer soon, I think.
The Asian vote, let's see. They
ignored me.
The Asians came out less for Biden.
Yeah. Or, less for Harris.
And then they came out more for Trump.
It's just across the board.
4% more for Trump, 4% less for Harris. And then other. Who cares about other? Can't racially profile them.
Where are the Jews at?
There were another, for sure.
Well, Trump made Jews a race. Do you remember that?
Well, it is kind of a race, isn't it?
He signed a part of the Civil Rights Act.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
But I mean, it is a race, kind of.
It's always kind of weird to define. Like, how do you define? Where does that go?
I think it's a race, personally. It's white, I think. No, that's not true. See, that's not true.
It depends
A lot
who
of them
you
are
ask.
not white, yeah.
So Avery sent this to me, and I thought this was interesting because this breaks down, this doesn't have the comparison with 2020, but these voting blocks by men and women.
Okay.
And Latino women, 61% to 37% Trump. So it's interesting because there's a big differential between Latino men and women.
You're right, Nate.
That's unfortunately not surprising, realistically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see the economic thing just from without thinking about it. On a very surface level thing, it's very easy to be like, I was making more money, everything was better, when Trump was president, so let's do that again.
Send me a check.
Let's do that again. That was awesome. I mean, and who can argue? Look at the stock market.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that doesn't affect poor people that much. I mean, if any, right? But
Well,
look at the stock market, 2.5% up in one day. That's fucking insane.
I was talking to my best friend this morning. We were talking about the election. And he was telling me that all his ex co-workers, because he used to be a corrections officer, he said they're all voting for him just for more overtime pay or no tax on your overtime.
Okay, that's a thing. No tax on
I'm not
overtime.
even sure. That's what he told me.
I heard that no tax on tips. That I get. Or that I
On
heard.
tips, I've heard about.
How can you not tax overtime? Some people, that's like the majority of their money.
Of course, yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta pay tax
So-
on that.
Are you sure they didn't just miss
Just
some?
income.
They might have misunderstood, but
Trump no tax on overtime pay proposal. Okay.
Really?
Let me
How?
read about this. I hadn't heard about this.
That doesn't make any sense.
so when you look at that, a lot of like I feel like poor people work a lot of overtime, like construction
Yeah.
jobs or
Yeah,
like,
and
like
tips.
he was doing the correction officers. A lot of Latinos in that field. So when you're making that much overtime,
That's
you're
a
getting
huge-
no tax.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh
of
my
course
God,
you're gonna
That's nice.
vote
That's
for
a huge
Trump over
windfall
Harris.
for working.
Well, think about that. You got cops, right? They live and die with overtime too. So you got
Working
that whole
class
vote.
people
Yeah.
doing overtime.
Factory
So
people.
they need a big tax cut.
unions.
Although it's kind of fucked up too, because it's like you have to work more. They're like, I want you working more. But I mean, a lot of them already are working a lot. That
Yeah,
doesn't
that-
seem sustainable though. I
And
feel like
that's the other thing. Culturally, working a lot of hours, like you'll talk to a lot of like kids who grew up with their dad. They'll always talk about how much their dad worked, and it's just insane amount of hours just to get by. So
yeah, it's not good. I don't think people need to be working more.
yeah, I agree.
Being a Mexican American in Texas, there's a lot of machismo in the Latino community, and that also aligns with alpha male mentality in the Republican Party, said Natalie. Thank
What's
you.
machismo, like
That's
macho?
just a
Yeah, like-
toxic male masculinity.
Is that right? They're kind of like more.
Well, it's like being
I
a
can
traditional
see
man.
that.
It's about having your
Yeah.
wife stays home, doesn't work, she cooks, she cleans, and then you as a man, you can't really complain about work. You just go and work, and that's
Yeah.
That's your
we
job.
all have your roles, and what you say as a man goes. That's machismo.
Bro,
And you're not
imagine
helping with the kids or driving, doing any of that stuff.
Yeah, you don't do any of that.
Hell no.
Isn't that like the good part? Don't you want to spend time with your kids? Like, holy shit.
I imagine most men do, but it's not your job to. They'd argue.
They just do the fun part.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the older generation, or do you
No,
see
there's
like
a lot
younger people?
There's
too?
a lot this generation feel the same way, and we were talking about it the other day about boy moms. That also contributes to it a lot too. Where a lot of Mexican men, they're really put on a pedestal by their moms, and pretty much they set the example of how like a women should be treating them. They should be coddled, catered to, and a lot of men look for that standard when they when they look for a wife, I guess.
That sounds like a horrible relationship.
Yeah, I didn't want that when I was looking for dating. Like,
Although my mom didn't, I wasn't coddled by my mom really, or I mean, I raised myself. I don't think that's coddling, but she's a supportive lady.
Yeah, I was lucky that my mom didn't have that mentality growing up.
We love that.
Shout out to Nate.
Nate's mom.
Let's see, white men.
Disappointing, obviously.
Well, hold on. No, the white men came out more for Harris and less for Trump.
Yeah, more, but
last-
still
Still the majority is for Trump.
Okay.
Of
Okay,
course,
that's
yeah.
right. I'm
That's
looking
no
at the
shock.
difference.
Like it's 59% for Trump.
But
still.
I am kind of surprised that the difference swung towards Harris among white men. So that's.
I would have thought they would have doubled down on
It's
Trump.
not a lot.
Yeah.
It's just 1% more than Biden.
I know, but like looking at the trend of everything else, look, I'm not here like championing white people. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I'm surprised.
Yeah.
White women. This one is going to be the interesting one. So more white. Okay, so more white women voted for Harris than Biden, and less voted for Trump too. So the woman vote. See, that's crazy. The white men and white women. That's like the majority of the voters, right? And like there was a pretty significant change there. That should have made a big difference, but the turnout wasn't there.
Are these official numbers or is this
No,
like
this
polls?
is exit polling.
Exit.
So this is not necessarily completely accurate. We should keep that in mind. It'll be broadly accurate
I
in
think
like
it's,
the
yeah,
trends
more
and
or less,
everything.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ages. This will be interesting. Let's see. So 18 to 29, less people voted for Harris, and more voted for Trump.
You got those influencer kids, the Bryce Halls.
Yeah.
This is actually by quite a
Aiden
large
Ross.
margin.
Elon Musk, Bryce Hall.
For
all these
sure.
people, they have all these young men looking up to them.
I think that's where Kamala really fucked up.
Yeah.
Where
She
was
did
the
not
influencers? Yeah.
Go on Rogan.
Yep. She
Why
went on
did you do
Howard.
that? That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like apparently he invited her and she said no. It's like, are you dumb?
Yeah.
I don't think she said no. He clarified, but there was something where like they didn't.
Oh yeah,
find
he
a
said you have to come to my
time or
studio.
yeah.
He big timed her.
But like that is
That's what you gotta
that's
do.
Pivotal because the views on that Trump one is insane.
Yeah, what's
Trump was doing all the entire like circuit. Like,
He was smart.
I mean,
He was
didn't
on
he
a
talk
bunch
to Aiden
of-
Ross?
Yeah, he's smart.
He talked
Yeah.
to Aiden Ross.
He knew exactly how to
And
hit him.
we were making fun of him for doing that.
Yeah, no. I
Also,
agree.
he did a video with this golfer, Brian DeChambeau, who's like a Shampoo, I think. He's like
Rochambeau?
Rochambeau, yeah. He's like a PGA Tour golfer, like he's a pro. And Trump did a video with him, and it just, I don't know, it hit a target audience for him.
And let's not forget, like, we all know influencers and people in the business. Like, these guys were getting paid insane money from Trump. Like, it wasn't just a charity case.
We only know of it from one drunk source. One drunkenly comment that was made. So I mean,
Well,
take that with a.
Okay.
Okay. We know. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But of all the
I don't think it applies to all of them. I think there's actually a good amount of influencers that really like Trump, like
Yeah,
Aiden Ross.
true.
I don't think he's getting necessarily paid for it.
Kamala
know.
was on.
I don't know, man.
Call
I
her
don't know.
daddy.
She was on Howard Stern. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Out
Although
there.
Joe Rogan's a lot bigger now than
Oh,
all
yeah.
those people. But I'm surprised the Zoomers really fucking dropped the
Yeah.
ball. 5% less came for Harris, and 6% more came for Trump.
That's
5%
significant.
difference is astronomical.
It is astronomical.
You can say that again. 30 to 44. That's us.
They also shifted 1 point towards Trump.
1 point less for Harris, same for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of held steady there.
Held about even.
45 to 64. That's like old ass fucking your parents.
Yeah, they actually shifted over to Harris.
No.
The boomers.
45% Biden, 45 Harris. She got 4% less, and Trump got
Trump got
3%
3%
Oh, I'm
more.
sorry. You're not looking at 65 and older?
That's what I was
No,
looking at.
he was
Dan.
looking at
45,
64.
Sorry, I was looking
Yeah, it was a huge shift. And then the retirees here, more came up for Harris. And that's interesting.
That's
The only
so-
group she
Dude, that
improved
doesn't
with.
make any sense.
that's
It's like
fun.
upside down. The old people are supposed to vote Republican, and the young people are supposed to vote Democrat. What's happening?
Yeah, they got all the money.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
I think boomers are more, as broadly as a group, are more turned off by Trump's personality than a lot
Probably.
of than younger people.
I would have thought just like with the inheritance tax and the capital gain stuff Kamala was going to do, they would have went doubled down and increased on
I
Trump.
think like the disrespect for civics that Trump embodies hits way like things like January 6th, like trying to overthrow the Constitution and stuff.
The young people don't
I
even
think
care,
boomers
probably.
care about that more than young people, younger people.
That's
Yeah.
true.
broadly.
They don't know what the
speaking.
fuck's going on.
They're like, I remember down when World War II was ramping up.
Yeah, I think there is a bit of that. I think there's a bit of
When
like the more
America-
old school,
Yeah.
patriotic, civic mindedness in the boomer generation that like the decorum matters more to them. Whereas, I personally I agree with them, but I think it just seems like a lot of people don't give a shit about January 6th. Like they just don't.
I think
care
everyone's
that
over
happened.
it. Nobody cares about any of his scandals. Nobody cares. Nobody
I mean, he
cares.
raped.
Clearly, yeah.
He's a convicted rapist. You can
Yeah.
literally call him
What
a
else do you
rapist and
need
not
to
defame
say?
him.
What else
You
do
can
you
call
need to
him.
say about
You could
him?
call him a rapist in print and
Yeah,
not defame
you don't
him.
need to say allegedly.
No.
and that's
Yeah,
our president. It's
Yeah.
insane.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Fucked up.
I'm surprised that Kamala didn't run harder and all that. Like the whole like grab her by the pussy tapes, all that shit.
Yeah.
That shit's
Why
so
wasn't
old,
that pushed all the time?
Because she didn't
it's
go
not
goblin
shows.
mode,
Nobody
love. She took the
cares.
high road,
care
and
about
I thought I think it's the wrong move. But maybe she's not the person to go goblin mode. Maybe she doesn't have it in her.
I feel like
I
that
don't
would
think she
hit.
has to do.
I don't know.
But here's
Olivia,
the thing.
It's tricky.
Joe ran on civility, and it worked for him.
Yeah.
So for her, and that's good. That's
but
what we want. We want
Biden
stability.
has like a long time, like people know him.
Yeah.
He has a name,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So like that's why he had that mass appeal. And Harris doesn't have that.
I mean, and he was VP for Obama. Everybody loves Obama.
Also, I don't think people want to admit how hateful, I guess, everybody in this country is. Like, that is so many fucking people that are just totally fine with rapists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them just think that they don't believe it. They say it was some bullshit. So I don't think they're walking around being like, I'm fine with the rapist.
Because he's challenging the deep state.
Right.
bro.
It's all
the mainstream media.
There's so much mental gymnastics people do to.
Yeah.
Liv, I'm with you. I woke up, my wife was crying this morning. I mean,
Bro.
it was just,
So many people
Do you own stock?
yeah. I own
Did you
stock.
show her that?
Great fucking day for you, Tom.
Sure. Nah, there's
But-
more than that.
But what's your wife's name?
Zara.
But Zara, 2.5%. I know we just lost our reproductive rights, but look at the gains.
Yeah. Cash is cash.
You're a real salesman. You could have.
You know what?
Could have pushed
It's like
that.
it's been like so hard on so many levels. I'm just still processing, but like even as I was scrolling my Instagram, because I think it was still showing me stuff from like the day of elections last night, and it seemed like everybody voted. Like my whole feed is everybody with like the I voted and yes and go and do that, and it's like I really live in a bubble.
Yep.
And it's just like getting slapped with that in the face was kind of hard.
Well, Hilo, you had that message today. I really thought about it where you said you were going somewhere and like normally we're in California, you could just say like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
But now you really can't because you don't
Because-
know where people are at.
Yeah, because I was here the first time Trump won, and I remember like you would go somewhere and everybody was talking about it. Like, can you believe that?
Yeah.
Like, because it was LA was like obviously everybody is not down.
Yeah.
But today I went to the dentist actually coincidentally, and I had this feeling like when I walk in, I can't assume anymore that we're all on the same page. So I'm just not gonna say anything, which felt different.
Now, I'm assuming there probably wasn't that big of a change within Los Angeles. It's so blue, but
I don't know. Where's the popular
find
vote?
out. We'll find out.
Where's the popular vote for
about
Harris?
that.
Well, we'll find out. We'll you know. What I mean?
Let me see. There wasn't data on that. The wind
Do you want some
chart
fucking
or whatever
tea?
for California when I last looked, but it might be there now. Because I'd be curious how Los Angeles County went.
The first thing I saw when I left my house was a guy in a Tesla with a MAGA hat.
There you go in LA.
To be honest with you, that's kind of why I wanted to come in today because I was so bummed out and I knew everyone here was on the same page. So like, you know what I mean? Like, let's eat some pizza and like, I don't know, talk shit and be sad.
No matter how you vote today, do you usually think of yourself as Democrat or Republican or independent? It's pretty spread out. Democrats voted. The Democrats, I mean, by a percentage, voted more for Harris and less for Trump. And the Republicans didn't really change that much, actually. Just 1% less for Harris. Same for Trump.
Which there's definitely when the postmortems come, and again, you got to wait for like the real numbers, but the whole final stretch of the campaign where they really pivoted hard to like trying to be tough on crime, tough on border or whatever, I gotta say that I don't think that helped them at all. And that's the evidence. Is like they didn't move Republicans at all.
Well,
like,
it didn't seem sincere because they spent the whole last fucking 8 years pretending like
There's no problem
at the
I
border.
did not
It was too late.
understand that move at all.
It was
It's a
definitely
shame that it was
desperation
so
play.
late. If they had done that earlier, maybe.
I mean, they have more access to data than us, I guess. But like when they first brought her on, and like I've seen other people point this out, and I guess I didn't even really notice how much that changed. But when they first announced Walls, and his whole thing was like how hard the weird accusations were hitting, and people were loving that shit. They like totally backed off that messaging of like of attacking.
The weirdness.
Yeah, like that just like kind of
Which I like because it's like especially JD Vance. That's a weird dude. He looks weird.
It seemed like
He
a
is weird.
compelling message, but
they're just weird.
But again, I don't know if that's just bubble shit talking. You know what I mean? Like it sounds good to us, but like they may have seen that was not hitting with the people they felt they needed to win, so they pivoted to let's build a fucking wall or whatever. You know, just doing Trump 2016 shit essentially, and it doesn't look like that paid off. So.
I feel like the Democrats have, like, people care about the border. Like a lot of people care about the border, and frankly, like the more I learn about it, it's
Our immigration
entirely
system
broken
sucks.
right there.
Absolutely, it
It's
needs to
just-
be reformed, and they even tried to, and the Republicans blocked it. But
Of course, yeah. But like the amount of people coming over on a daily basis it's shocking. It's staggering, and there's just no order. It's like it's just a total fucking mess.
I feel like we can easily all agree that something there needs to be fixed.
Yeah, but so the Democrats have been pretending like it's not an issue for so long, and like I was always like, just at least like address it, like because people care about it. Like a lot of people, this is like their number one issue that they care about.
Yeah.
And they just fucking will not. I don't know why.
Well, that was Trump's like MO. One of
Yeah,
his
the border
top-
thing.
Kamala was the border czar, and he's like, "What is she doing?"
Was she really?
That's according to him. I believe that is true.
She was put in like as like the head of a task force or something.
Well, she
Who knows
fucked
what
that
that
up.
even means?
Clearly, if that's true. You know what I mean? There it is, folks.
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating
There
the
is
dog.
no wind chart for California yet, so I can't tell you.
Funnily
how
enough,
that
I have
changed.
not heard them talking about pets being eaten by Haitians. I can't remember the last time. It's been a few weeks. Yeah. I guess.
Well, they moved on.
I guess it's all good.
They moved on to the squirrel.
That's why Kamala fucking lost.
Yeah, it was the
Goddamn
squirrel.
peanut, man.
They shouldn't have killed that fucking squirrel, man.
You know, this person just said Democrats need to do some self-reflecting, and I feel like that's why I was just kind of upset with her speech because it showed none of that. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to see more of that. Like, everybody needs to do so much self-reflecting. We're like so off the mark, clearly, that whatever you were doing is far off from what it needs to be. So it was just missing some of
You're
that.
right. It's too much like everything's great and we're gonna get them next time. It's like no, we're not.
Or didn't she say like time, no rush or something? Like,
Also,
no, wait, there is a
you guys
rush.
are the ones that ran on like this is the most important election of our life, right? So like, I don't know. It was a little bit tone deaf, I guess, for me.
It felt like she hit the ground running and then just lost steam, specifically after the DNC convention or whatever, or just DNC.
10 million illegal border crossings.
A year?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But then it's like, why can't we just talk about it in a nice way? I can't stand the way Trump talks about illegal immigrants and makes them this like, they're rapists and they're
Yeah, it's
this and that.
disgusting.
I don't know how can you ever vote for somebody like that. It's disgusting.
I cannot believe the leeway that the Republican Party gets in terms
Yeah.
of like the standard that each candidate is held to. It's like
Yeah.
Kamala Harris has been nothing but gracious and professional, and for some reason everybody wants this like chaotic,
want chaos. Yeah.
evil, like it's so scary to me. Like I
They just
really
want
don't
chaos.
understand.
Well, I'm with you, but like I'm also in the reality. Like I live in reality, and it doesn't seem like that's the answer. Maybe you got to get a little dirty.
Yeah, maybe
I don't know.
We
But
need
that
to be
I mean, to
bolder
your
as a
point, like
party.
we got to self-reflect.
We
like,
gotta start
maybe
deeply
you got to
reflecting
find a
on-
candidate who can do that.
What's wrong with the Democratic Party? Like something is deeply wrong.
I think it's too. I think it must maybe it's bolder choice, like make your stances clearer.
Right.
Don't
'Cause,
forget,
yeah.
nobody voted for her. Like she was just kind of the default candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
and
was
I, and
the big
listen, I was
problem,
like,
too.
I like her. I supported her. I voted for her.
Yeah.
But there was not a primary. There was no process to pick this person. It was just she was the VP, and we all collectively decided, oh shit, Biden brain is applesauce now. He needs to go, and it's too late for anybody else. So it's got to be her. And so they did the best they could with that. But I don't know. I feel like that the strange circumstances of it makes it hard to do. There's so many counterfactuals. There's so many other ways it could have gone. It could have been Biden or whatever that
Right.
I think it's just too hard to really know what to do yet. I think
Yeah.
it's going to take a while to kind of process where to go from here.
You have the morals of an alley cat.
I'm trying to find out this whole borders are thing like is. But regardless, I mean, Doesn't
Zach, can I get a boogie penis drop, like to make me laugh?
A what?
It's not Boogie.
It's not
Tom.
Boogie.
Oh, who is it? Oh, Wings of Redemption.
There you go.
I'm just so bummed out.
I
wanna
love a
laugh.
pretty
Here's
penis.
my thing. Here's the thing. I like a pretty penis.
Thank
I like
you.
a penis that is cut, that has a good shape, has a good length. Everybody's 10% gay. Every person. If you watch porn and you don't like a pretty penis, you're lying to yourself.
Dude.
You're gay, dude.
Thank you, Zach.
I
That made
think
me
Tom
laugh.
asking for that is a new soundbite. Because what did you ask for? Boogie penis?
That was crazy.
Yeah, let me get it clean. Can you ask for it again?
Yes. Can I hear a penis clip, please?
One more time. A little more gusto.
Can I hear something about penis? I need penis.
There we go. Thank you.
There we go.
There you go.
How about say this?
Oh, yeah.
Penis.
Boogie penis
Say this.
was crazy.
Penis in my mouth.
Cut that one, print it.
Penis in my mouth, penis on my face.
Nice.
I'm a team player, guys.
Unfortunately, I
You
also
are,
said
man.
it, which isn't good. But
Oh yeah.
Double whammy.
I just played myself.
Zach always wins.
Zach's at the keyboard like,
He's the house.
Feels good to laugh, guys.
dude, by the way.
Oh, that's good news. You see what Olive just said?
No.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Check it out.
What?
7 minutes? It's
Yes,
taking them
that
so
is good
long.
news.
Every-
No, it's 2 minutes. No,
excited.
it's 2 minutes. It just changed.
Yes.
You guys-
2 minutes
yeah,
away.
it's like it hurt you.
I was going to say, like,
Whoa.
ever since Trump became president, these deliveries are slow as fuck.
I feel like this one was fast.
Yo,
Really? I feel like I've been waiting all day.
It is
I
such a
woke up-
bummer. Go ahead.
I didn't have any water in my apartment, and then when I tried to like turn it on a little bit later, black sludge in my sink.
Yeah, it's
And
great
it
tar.
literally it felt
Thank
like
you, Trump.
Yeah,
Is Trump
it was all
ruining
Trump's fault.
the water supply?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh my
He is attacking Olivia because she's a woman.
I know he knew.
No, I mean a lot of bad things been happening. Yesterday when I got home, I tried to play some Call of Duty and the servers were lagging.
It was Trump.
I
did
couldn't
that.
play.
Oh, and you know
All
what
night.
happened to me?
Hmm.
I was on the last round of 8th stake of gold stake, Ethan. Finally about to
Last round?
The 8 out of 8 last round.
Yeah.
And I came up like 10,000 points short,
Oh,
which like
dude.
in the scope of what I needed
Yeah,
was it was like under 1%.
Was it a large blind challenge?
It was that stupid one
Yeah.
that makes it like 6 times bigger than it normally
Yeah.
is or whatever. And I still almost had it.
That sucks, man. That's
But
a
this is
tough
Trump's America, man.
I had yesterday my green smoothie spill all over my favorite hat. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh, cowboy hat.
Is that the Vegas hat?
Poor hat is so destroyed now. And
Is
when
it,
that
or is it
happened, I had
fine?
my suspicions that the day was not going to go well. That was before the election results.
Is it okay now or is it over?
It's feeling gross.
Here, do you want? I have this one.
Let me
Can't
see.
take yours though.
Was this expensive?
No, it was.
Gio, is that the
we
one you
bought
got
it at
in
the
the gift
hotel,
shop?
like
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the gift shop at the hotel.
Oh. Seems nice.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh. Thank you.
Okay, can I address something here?
Oh, it's so cute. They're hearts.
Can I address a beef I have, Ethan?
Sure.
I'm sure you've all seen, because it had thousands of upvotes, the thread on the Reddit about me saying the word compound.
I did
Yeah,
not
I
see
have
that.
no
You haven't
idea
seen
what you're
this?
talking
What's that?
about.
Compound.
Okay, so I frequently say compound.
I'm gonna come.
And I'm just going to say up front, according to Webster's dictionary,
Yeah.
that is not a word. There is no word compound.
Now, who is Webster and do we trust him?
But hold on,
Well,
hold
this
on. Don't interrupt.
thank
He's
you.
apologizing.
No. He was onto something here. First
No,
of all,
Dan is about to
first
concede.
of all, the fact that there's a thread about this, when this man over here, who hosts the show, makes up a word every hour.
I don't act
essentially.
holier than thou about it.
Neither do
People
I.
like me because I'm relatable.
Okay, but what I'm saying
is it relatable?
No.
I have one Ethan-like word.
Compound.
weird word. Compound, yes.
And it sounds smart. It does. I
It
will
does.
say.
Well,
Bro,
so
you're
this is
just
what-
making excuses and not apologizing.
I won't
So-
never apologize for saying compound. Compound's a great word.
Are you
Which
gonna
is I've
say-
added it to
It
my
means-
own
it means
personal
combined.
dictionary.
Right.
It
There's no
sounds like
reason
a
it means
real
combined.
word.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He's saying it
like
wrong.
combine something, compound.
With everything.
No, but it doesn't sound right. It's not a word.
It's not a word?
I wouldn't even use that.
It sounds right.
silliness.
And please, I invite you to say it out loud.
Compound.
It's
Yeah.
genuinely
Compound.
a fun word to say.
Compound.
Which on that
doesn't
merit
make it right.
alone,
Doesn't make it right.
Combound.
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 No, if it's in the
Combounded
past,
together.
if it's in the past, can you say compounded or it's already in the
Ooh.
past?
It's already in the past.
Already in
It's
the
already
past.
in the
Yeah, it's past
Okay, yeah.
tense.
And what is the present? Combine?
Combined.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between
It's supposed to be
combine
combined.
and compound?
Compound isn't a word. That's the difference.
Wait, should it be combined?
No, combined.
No, I hate that.
Combined.
I think it should be
I
combined.
hate that.
I do. I hate it.
Let's look at the
Listen,
subject.
language is alive. Language is always evolving, and I think I'm right and the whole world is wrong, and we should just start let's add it to the dictionary. Let's get that
I
going,
feel like
people.
there
It's
is
a good word.
room. There is room in the market for compound to be a word.
I don't
It feels like it has a niche
Combined
that it can
to be a
fill.
separate.
No, it's already been filled literally by combine, which means the same thing and is already a word.
Yeah.
I almost feel like
Sounds fun to say.
compound is like molecularly they're together.
It feels safe altogether. There's a very, very strong
QB.
blanket that's
like
holding
a-
everything.
Because it
Like a
sounds like
bond.
compound.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
But he's stealing the thunder of a different, entirely different word.
No,
I
but he's
see.
creating something new with it.
He's really an innovator.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like there is.
Yes.
I feel like it's hard to put into words, ironically, but it feels like there is some kind of fundamental difference to the substance of the meaning between compound and combined.
I
Compound,
can feel it.
I think
feel
because
it too.
bound is in there, it really emphasizes.
No, you're
the,
stealing thunder from compound,
No.
which is like a can be a scientific jargon.
It's a lot of stuff. I feel like maybe the idea of grounded, because it kind of sounds like that. That also is.
Why is
I'm gonna
everyone
go grab the
defending
pizza.
Dan? I'm sorry.
Because he's relatable.
I
We
don't,
like
I don't,
him.
I don't understand. Oh, Ethan says
I'm
words
not-
all the time, and everyone's like, "You suck.
Okay.
You're fucking dumb.
Ethan.
I hope you die."
I apologize. I shouldn't have brought you into this. It's not your fault that you say wrong words all the time. And if
Also ableist.
if anything, I should be encouraging that because I do believe that language can evolve and change. And so, if you want to be an innovator, fly high, little bird, fly high. That's what I say.
Now, did you ask ChatGPT about this whole thing?
Hmm?
Did you ask ChatGPT?
Did I ask no. Should I ask it do you think there's room in the dictionary for just one more?
What does that mean?
One last
Room.
ride?
Just say, is this a word? I mean, are we questioning if it's a word or if there's space?
Compound is not a word. I understand that. However,
It could be.
I feel like there is some sort of X factor about it that scratches an itch that combined just doesn't scratch. Do you think compound is what? Should be a word? Should be a word.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm asking.
This is how language is made.
I can see the appeal of compound with an exclamation mark, bro.
It's just a dumb fucking
Exclamation
robot
mark.
who's built to appease
this is my
you.
best friend.
And you probably gave it directions
It
just
has
to
a
agree
certain
with me.
no. This is raw, dude. It has a certain punchiness that might even sound like a blend of combined and compound, suggesting
Wow,
a fusion
Exactly.
that's a bit more permanent or layered than combined alone.
Right.
So she's saying it's
It
a
gets
different
it,
word.
bro.
It's a different word. Why you
Did you ask for something?
You sliding me with your water? I'll take it.
I wasn't sure if
You
you
just
were
I was like,
pointing
what
at
is,
something.
are you trying to say something? You sliding me water?
Trying to read your mind.
You invented a word, Dan.
I think I did. Well, I don't want to take credit. I feel like it's such an obvious one. I probably heard it somewhere and just started incorporating it and didn't even
I think
realize
you
it
could,
wasn't a real word.
You could run for office with that.
With with
compound
fixing English.
Today we will compound the American
America.
people
Make
You know-
America
into
compound
one
again.
great nation.
From January 21st on day one, I will be getting rid of all silent GHs in all words. It's stupid.
There you go.
It's
I'd vote for
antiquated.
that.
Get rid of them. The phonics platform.
Let's go to the subreddit because there's been a lot of activity here. Let's see what the people are saying. This is just us saying we're doing an episode today. Glad you guys are excited. Leftists because Kamala lost. We did it, Patrick. We saved Gaza. Again, that's a lot of points. Leftist because Kamala lost.
I don't think we know enough to really be blaming.
Honestly, okay, I'll say this. Honestly, she lost by such a fucking monster
what I'm
margin.
saying.
I don't think you could blame anyone.
It's just like when we looked at the statistics, it's such a universal shift that
It's across the board.
I'm hesitant to blame any one particular.
However, there was a large push on the more left-leaning sectors of the Democratic Party that were encouraging people to abstain from voting, or even a lot of people, like AB said, even in Dearborn, voted for Trump. And I just can't get over the fact how much worse that Trump is going to be for Gaza. What were we saying?
Ironically, that one I thought at least it was clever. But yeah,
okay.
It's still inappropriate.
Clever?
The other
Okay.
one I didn't think was clever or funny. This one, at least it was a little funny.
We're getting there. We're getting there. But what I was saying is that, like, who's pro-Palestinian? When people are voting for Trump, you know, he's going to go in there. He's the most pro-Israel president ever. Like, him and Bibi are dogs.
Yeah, I don't.
Bibi was probably the first one calling him up at night, being like, "Mr. President, let's do this."
I don't know if that was really being communicated, because it just seemed like, for the most part, they just didn't want to even be talking about Israel on the campaign trail. Like, Kamala's side was trying to keep it focused on, like, the economy and other issues. And so I don't know if there was a counter narrative to that, because I think you're right, but, like, do they even realize how much worse Trump is?
I mean, they have to. They have to.
I don't
No,
think so.
I don't think they would
Really?
vote for him if they really. I feel like
Are you
if they had a
serious?
true understanding of what he's likely to do, they probably wouldn't have voted for him.
Well, just remember who's fucking pro-Palestine
That's
when all
crazy
these.
to me if that's true.
Wait, I got to.
I don't know if it's true. I'm.
This is
I'm
what I got. This
speculating
is the one I
out loud
got.
here.
I got a
What did
bet,
you
you
get?
know.
I don't know. what you got.
Did everybody get their own pizza?
This is the one you
Oh,
ordered,
is
love.
this the one you got?
Oh, I got mine.
I didn't
Is this
get
the
one.
veggie?
Oh, that looks nasty.
Why? No, it doesn't.
Fucking with me. Where's the pizza?
Oh boy.
Did you get one?
Which one?
Yeah, where's my pizza?
I'm
you
not
order
gonna
one?
eat a whole
I said
thing, though,
anything
so-
but anything without meat. I don't care.
Do you want a slice?
Sure.
Go
You get a-
for mine.
yeah, let me get a plate.
I'm not gonna eat the whole damn.
Yeah, me too.
But what I was gonna say, I saw a interview in the morning from someone from Dearborn. I think it was a Muslim woman. I'm assuming here, but she was talking about mostly about Harris, how much she didn't like her platform, what she's doing to talk about Gaza and all that. So I fully believe they're all mostly against Harris and just didn't know anything about Trump.
I think a lot of them are conservative leaning too. Like AB was saying, like how popular Jordan Peterson is in Dearborn. I think like
That I wouldn't be surprised by, because like the red pill shit I think is very popular in that. I mean, just based off of what AB's told me. So I guess I'm only really talking about Dearborn, but I mean that was
Look
a
at the
swing state,
turnout.
and it was and that's a critical demographic. How much? So they've called Michigan for Trump now officially, right? It's
They have,
PG.
yes.
So what is the gap? Like, how close was it?
Did you get something?
It was pretty close. It was
there
pretty
were.
close.
There's more.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I just got cheese.
Is that okay?
That's perfect. Yeah. Thank you for the pizza, everyone.
You're welcome.
I would love it.
Hey, love.
Yo, do you get this one?
Which one's that? The margarita?
Yeah.
No, but I'll try one.
Yeah, you should try it.
I love margarita pizza.
It's just like all the people online who are calling me a Nazi and pro-genocide and all this. A lot of those people probably didn't vote. And when Trump gets office and gives Bibi the green light to fucking bulldoze Gaza, just remember who's fucking the Nazi, you scumbag fucking losers. You absolute dimwits. They're pro-genocide. I'm being real. Those are the motherfuckers. They voted for genocide. Okay?
AB in the chat said they believe Trump is most likely to take action because Biden hasn't done anything.
Oh, he'll
this
take
past
action,
year.
all right.
Which is what I
Woman
mean.
in the Stone Age.
They don't know what Trump's gonna do. They just know he's just saying, "I'm gonna stop the war."
Honestly, I can't even accept that. That dude did a Muslim ban. or a straight up Arab ban.
I think it's a desperation play, you know? Like, it's been so fucking horrible for so long. And, like, Biden didn't do anything. So we got to try something else. Whatever it is, I feel like.
Okay, well, again, I understand why they did that. However, it's kind of just, it's like, it's unforgivably stupid. And if you're going to go online and call people like me Nazis, then you need to fucking get your shit together, because you're abstaining from voting is going to directly, probably, I mean, can't see the future, but it's probably going to fucking get some people killed, more people killed. You know. It's what it is.
I hope not, but it's hard to not.
Again,
See that
I've said it
the
before.
outcome based off of all the facts.
Trump moved the consulate to Jerusalem. He did an Arab ban. He literally had the Secretary of State go to Israel and declare settlements to be legal. He said, actually, settlements are declared, they're totally legal in international law. Go for it. That was Trump. And he told Bibi, let's just go in there and wrap it up. He was like, let's just fucking kill them all, essentially. I'm sorry, but like, I understand you're frustrated, but you know, you fucked up. I don't care.
This pizza's really good.
It is good.
Oh,
It is.
wow.
Yeah.
It is very good.
Doesn't it feel clean?
Was this your recommendation?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, always ride with love, man. He knows.
Neapolitan,
really good.
Neapolitan pizza feels clean because it's so little bread. It's like you don't get less bread than that. Look at that.
They
shit.
all have this little bread. I like the little
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
You know what's good though is it's not. Sometimes with the thin pizza, because there's nothing to sop it up, it gets really fucking greasy.
Yeah.
This is not that
Yeah.
oily. It's good.
Give it up.
Give it up.
Well done.
I'll give them a shout
Well
out.
done.
Now that we got food. Brooklyn Avenue
Yeah.
in Los Angeles.
This is really good.
They got a location in downtown. They probably got more. I'm not sure.
See
But,
this is better than the dumbass
This is better than Papa John's. Papa John's.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Although the garlic dipping sauce is bomb.
Nah.
Honestly, it's too
Yeah.
gluttonous for me.
so
bad.
good
I
though.
can't do it.
I can't do it.
I'm very gluttonous, and I don't fuck with the butter.
It's so
garlic
good.
butter.
Thank you, Liv. I thought I was out here to
No,
dry.
it's so good.
Thank you.
And with the peppers that they get.
I don't know, man.
Yep.
I feel like you can feel the plaque forming in your veins.
Love it. And then you
Love's
brush your
right.
teeth.
Yep. Liv, you're right.
You know, our doctor put me and Ela both on anti-cholesterol medicine just to prevent. Both of our cholesterol levels are fine.
Because he said that we both genetically are likely to have cholesterol issues.
Oh.
But keeping it
So-
lower is preventative of plaque building up and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's awesome. And apparently,
Boiling.
it's a very well tolerated drug. So
Blood boiling.
I thought that was cool. I'm riding high, baby.
Shout out to the motherland, Italy, bro. That's what's up.
Ethan, I can hear the chat yelling about you eating on mic. People go.
What did I do?
People go ballistic.
I'm not chewing more than anybody else.
I know,
here.
but I don't know why.
You are just.
People always do
allowed
that.
to, or-
Why?
I don't know.
I'm chewing
You're not allowed to
quietly
eat?
and respectfully this day.
I have. I'm
You've been
defending
doing
you.
better though.
Thank you. Yeah, so anyway, we did it. We saved Gaza. And not only did they save Gaza, they also fucking, let's see, put women's rights, LGBT rights, taxes for fucking rich people, Supreme Court being dominated by fundamental Christian nationalists. You know, like Gaza's not the only thing, but even if it was, you still fucked up. It was like mathematically, they calculated like the worst thing they could do for the country and against all of their interests. It's fucking masterfully played.
Again, though, right now, she is down 72 to 67 million votes, right? So like 5 million votes behind. Do we think 5 million people didn't vote because of Gaza?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, it's definitely more than one issue.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about like, you know, this
Yeah,
is what,
I know who you're
what they were
annoyed by.
talking about.
I got you.
I think it wouldn't. I think it made a difference. There was like a pretty concerted push by prominent left-wing entertainers, pundits, to abstain from voting and protest.
So dumb.
And I don't think it made the difference, right? Because she just lost too fucking hard.
It's so.
But like, it
such a big
certainly was pathetic.
I would say that the reason they didn't vote is so they could like feel morally superior. I don't think their hands are morally clean at all by not voting, by abstaining to vote, because that's the whole point. Is just
That
make
is
a
a vote.
statement.
No.
Yeah.
And voting is always hard. It's never like you have the perfect choice right in front of you.
And even if you're not in the presidential choices, right? I mean, there's a million other things, your local government, like things going on that will probably affect you more than the presidential election.
I'm assuming they voted for that.
Yeah.
Oh, they just didn't.
Yeah, they just leave president blank.
Oh, I thought they just didn't vote, period.
And I mean,
I don't know. I'm assuming they probably
because of our dumbass electoral college, that only really comes into play in these competitive states anyways. It's like if you live in California and you couldn't
Doesn't
bring yourself
matter.
to vote for Kamala, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it's people specifically in Michigan and North Carolina and Georgia. Those are the only ones. They're the ones actually deciding the election. Which is great.
Trump wants
It's
to
just a great
abolish
system
the
we got.
fucking Department of Education.
Yeah, health. RFK is going to be in front of fucking.
RFK is being put in charge of our health people.
Oh my God.
The guy who sawed off the head of a fucking whale and shipped it home on the top of his van with his family inside.
Dude, he's so red. He looks like he's going to explode any second.
That man is not healthy.
No.
Liquid.
Yeah.
These grasshoppers are actually quite large.
Like there was a better option, and it wasn't even close.
I agree. I'm with you.
I'm bummed out again. That pretty penis clip wore off.
Hit him again, Zach.
Hit me with something funny, Zach.
I just like manly looking women.
That
Everybody's
is good.
10% gay. Every person. If you watch porn and you don't like a pretty penis, you're lying to yourself.
It is so
Here's my
true.
thing. Here's my thing.
I love
like
manly
you say
looking
10%?
women.
I like a penis that is cut, that has a good shape, has a good length.
Did
You're gay, dude.
Did he say 10%?
He said 10, so
So
he's
he's less gay than you.
he sounds a lot more gay than me, though, the way he's talking about.
I just like man.
He's underestimating.
That's the greatest.
I just
Thank you,
like
Zach.
man
If I'm 15%, that man is like damn close to 50.
has a good length.
Now we know when Tom feels down, just give him some dick.
That's all it takes.
We got to get his spirits up with some hard
Hard
getting up our dicks.
Do not get hard.
Yeah. So, honestly, good for our subreddit. I love you guys.
Angels
You
on
guys
your
are
body.
right on, man. I'm done pretending. Uh-oh. Chat with grandma. Yay, the president is my choice. I think Wisconsin went red, but I'm not sure. Oh, my God.
What the hell?
Let's go.
Okay, come on. You can't tell Nana to go to hell.
No, fuck it. Fuck it. Old, dumb idiot.
Is this? You think that's really the grandma?
It says at the top, chat with grandmother.
Oh my God.
I
Sorry.
fuck with that.
And then grandma apologized. Sorry to hear. I didn't mean to make you my enemy. You did mean it. You voted for a convicted rapist.
Wow.
Jack, I don't see it that way. So sorry I upset you. Stop playing the victim, Grandma.
This
Have
meme
fun
is
living
stirring
out
up.
your years knowing that nobody loves you. This has to be fake.
Yeah.
I can't believe anyone would talk
No,
like
this
that
is
to their
fake. This is
grandma.
fake. This is
So funny.
So many emotions are happening for me right now reading that. But so sad, but so
Can we
so
look?
true.
This is a meme.
Can we look at the username?
Is it Nancy Soul Cycle? No, it's Lazy Veterinarian.
What does that
Wait.
come out to? Is there?
I can tell it's not.
We have to always be on our toes about this shit.
Yeah.
You're so right.
There's no shot this is real. This is just a meme. The top comment is, I had family message me telling me I deserved to die after they found out I aborted a rape baby at 18. Well, that's not funny at all.
Wow.
They had the
Funny.
nerve to post,
I'm
real
so
friends
sorry.
don't judge people for their political views on Facebook. That is rich. Wow, sorry about that, girl. Fuck.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty fortunate to be my family and those close to me are all like-minded. So I can only imagine how hard it would be to have disagreements with your family about something so fundamental.
Mm-hmm. Especially like young trans kids and queer kids.
Oh man, this can't be real, right? Go to hell, Grandma.
That's crazy.
Stop playing victim, you old hag.
Now, can we look in the lettering of the text? Does it spell out Nancy SoulCycle?
I'll analyze it later. 18 million people. Here's the other one. Well, let me stop chewing. The problem with this pizza is good. Very chewy.
Yeah, it is a bit chewy, but
It's not great for mic
Yeah, you're
etiquette,
right.
but it's very
You should
good.
try the veggie one. It's good, actually. I said it looks bad, but it's good. What? You give me one
I
of
like
these?
mine.
You hit me with this? I would eat more, but I don't want to disturb the troops.
I like my white pizza.
I can't believe you've said this.
It's so good. Just look at it.
So is it sauceless or does it have a white sauce?
I think it's sauceless.
Yeah.
But it has chunks of white cheese, it seems like.
Bro, you not putting marinara sauce on pizza? It's
But
like,
there's a
give
lot of
me a
flavor
fucking
going
break.
on. There's flavor.
Okay, girl.
She's right.
It's not a pizza.
It's absolutely.
Why not?
It's like a toast at that point.
Right.
Go to hell, Grandma.
Fuck you, Grandma. Nobody loves your ass. Your old ass. I hope your old ass dies alone. The next one. 18 million people abstained from voting compared to 2020. That's more than the entire population of Pennsylvania and Colorado combined.
That's a lot of people.
That seems too high.
That's a lot.
Based off of what I'm seeing. Maybe they were going off the numbers last night, but not everything had been counted yet.
It is a lot, though.
But hold on, before I call them out, let me
Yeah.
let me add it up.
Yeah.
Add it up.
People, mostly further left-leaning, are trying to downplay this fact because they know it makes them look terrible. I mean, this is what they wanted. I don't know what this. I don't think. Do they have to spin it now? I mean, this is what they wanted.
I mean, it does make them look bad.
But this is what they wanted. This is what they. Dude, let me read this. This is an effort post, so I'm gonna read it. The incessant rhetoric about not voting for Kamala because she and Trump are basically the same, and to vote for Kamala is a vote for genocide, was pushed so hard by both the far right and far left. It's true. It's true. The people on the far left need to look around and realize that, like, they're standing shoulder to shoulder with, like, Dan Blazarian and fucking Myron and Sneeko.
Yeah, if something's not right there.
It doesn't inherently make you wrong because obviously everybody likes pizza. So if you agree on that, but like, it's certainly worth thinking about.
All right, so hold on, I've almost got it. Where we're at?
Is it compounded?
I'm gonna compound the votes.
Confounding and compounding.
In the case of this usage of the word, I don't think compound works, right, Dan?
No, this was an appropriate use
Different.
of.
You guys are
compound.
so on top.
Yeah.
You're so right about it.
I'm
It's not
confounded.
it's not a cure-all.
I was just trying it out
about
for size.
compounded.
Taking it for a walk.
Confounded.
I'm confounded about compounded.
Okay.
It's literally,
Okay.
literally.
I'm compounded with my dark coffee pot.
Should I compound it? Probably not.
Probably not.
Here we are with all red majority across the branches, with lower voter turnout in the election held during a literal active pandemic.
Right.
True. Leftists are backpedaling as hard as they can, saying Kamala's campaign is to blame. Meanwhile, she only officially ran for 3 months, got more money than Trump, better endorsements, and over 70 million votes. That's not a failure when you consider her background and all the hoops she had to jump through to be taken seriously compared to Trump, who just shows up at places. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to blame the campaign because, like they said, they had like no.
They had no time. That's true.
Leftists are coping hard in comment section, blaming Dems and Kamala for her own loss, all while ignoring the fact that they too contributed to Trump winning. This is what they wanted. They wanted to make the liberals look bad because they fucking hate liberals. They think liberals are Nazis, fascists. Just they see. I'm being serious. they see liberals as the enemy.
I feel like that probably also has something to do with scaring people away from the party.
Yeah, I mean it's ironic because like the leftists hate the Democrats and liberals, and then what the right does is they caricaturize the entire left to be like these fringe people that hate each other, and be like that's why they get the way calling Kamala Harris communist commie Harris or something. It's like, dude, she is not a fucking communist. Like there are communists out there and they hate her. You know. So it's like, I think I blame them in the sense that they directly advocated against Harris, but I also blame them in the fact that they're like cartoonishly fucking ridiculous and are like fodder for right-wing propaganda.
She's a Marxist.
Yeah, it's like that's insane. Like
Everybody knows
that's
she's a
fucking
Marxist.
insane. Like she's so not a Marxist.
Everybody knows.
Everybody
She's a
knows though.
Marxist.
Like that, it's just,
Literally
it's like,
everyone knows
why
that,
can
Ethan, you dumbass.
Why can you even say that? Like she's not a fucking Marxist.
I mean, they say that about Al Gore. They said that about John Kerry. They said that about Obama.
Everybody knows she's a Marxist.
It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's an old playbook. You know?
But I think another problem is people are so freaked out about the trans stuff, and they see that as like a liberal issue.
That's another one that, though, well, I guess we'll just have to see, like, in the postmortems, if that was really on the top of anybody's mind.
Yeah,
I've
probably
always
not.
felt like that just is such a, like, online thing. But, I don't know, maybe I think people are much more likely motivated by, like, inflation and stuff than they are by the trans stuff. You know?
I think economy, abortion.
I don't think it's that online as you think.
I could be wrong.
There's,
I could be wrong.
There's a lot of people that have like kids in schools and
they're voting for Trump just on that basis, though?
I don't know them personally, but
Yeah.
like I've heard of people that know people that this whole trans issue for them is like something they see in schools apparently. That they're not.
Well, they're being
down
told on Fox News that that's what's happening in our schools. It's just a lie outright, but they believe it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know enough about it. Our kids are not at that age yet, so.
Do people not realize? Let's continue here. Leftists are Do people not realize literal propaganda, including Russian propaganda, could come in the form of leftist content too? It's not just your Mima. What is that?
Grandma.
Oh, Mima?
Mima. You don't know Mima?
Come on, bro. Everybody knows Mima.
Sorry. I feel like you've said Mima.
No, I've never. That sounds like a Pokemon. I don't know.
You're
if it's
always
Pokemon.
saying in one of your like southern monologues, you've been like, "Ma Mima,
Yeah.
Ma Peepaw."
Mama? Mima?
Yeah, Mima.
I never written like that. That's a Pokemon.
Maybe say Mama.
Mima. I choose you, Mima.
Okay, new word unlocked. Mima.
It's not just your Mima on Facebook saying AI images or fake articles, posts, videos, etc. falling for it, not having good media literacy. It's people all around you. All of us have likely seen some form of propaganda we liked that was hidden in plain sight on apps we use daily. That's for sure true. The Russians are so fucking good at dividing us. They fucking were the best at it. Now, while the right celebrates the fear millions of people are feeling, myself included, as a very gay marriage is at stake and I'm Puerto Rican, the far left who dog whistled not voting, or better yet, encouraged voting for Jill Stein, basically the equivalent of a non-vote in this election, want to stay silent or argue that they played no part. Fuck that bullshit. If you abstained or voted for the Green Party with no peace or love, don't ever say you actually care about the greater good or other people ever again. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's harsh, but
I've yet to see, and
especially on the genocide thing, it's like, it's just like, you're pro-genocide. If you vote for Trump or you don't, I mean, abstaining is one thing, okay, but like voting for Trump, it's like, oh, okay, you actually don't give a fuck about Palestinians, like actually. And I mean, ignorance isn't really a good excuse when you're talking about something so important, you know. Edit. While no person or group can be blamed, 18 million. Did you ever find out if 18 million is accurate?
Right now, No, I didn't. But I can find out right now.
Yeah.
I think I did, but I closed it.
I'm seeing a squirrel ran across the stage at Kamala's concessions.
No shit.
Yeah.
Aw.
No
Is that
shit.
right?
Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Peanut is back.
You got a video of it?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me send it to you.
Lots of coping in the subreddit. I see you guys. We will never see a woman president in the United States as long as we live.
Yeah, I believe that.
And we've got,
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
we've got a lot more
Sad.
time left before we die. We got a few more presidencies in us.
And
feel- I
how
feel like
many
not for a
women
long
has there
time.
been so far? 0.
0. But well, you know what I mean? Like, we'll get there.
I got faith in the younger generation.
I think
Why not?
we'll have a woman president.
Maybe.
It's,
I don't know.
I don't think
Trump
so.
was popular
You don't think
with
so,
Gen
Liz?
Z.
I think this set us back. This election really set us back in terms of just like America was either going to have a black woman president for the first time, or
Trump.
Trump, a convicted rapist who is conservative and stands on nothing. Like, America chose this. I don't know how we're gonna make steps.
I think
big
if
again.
I think it was just her campaign it felt so good when she launched, but ultimately she just didn't have enough time. And I think again I think there will be, but it's going to be some time. It's going to be some time.
Yeah, I think the next few elections, the Democratic Party for sure is going to be pushing
White men.
a white guy. 100%.
They're like, we're done with ladies.
See, yeah, that's,
But dude,
that's what it
I'll be
feels
honest.
like.
The first woman president might be a Republican.
True.
They're
That's
flying
fairly
high.
common.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher or whatever. She was like mega conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there was a female prime minister of Israel that was pretty conservative too, wasn't she?
Golda Meir?
Yeah, Golda Meir.
Yeah, was she conservative? I don't know.
I guess I don't really know how to even gauge the politics because she was there like so long ago.
I want AOC one day to run. I would love to vote for her.
I don't see that.
I think she will. I think she will run, for sure. I feel like she's been setting up for that.
I don't know. I think that on the right, she's like they've memed her whole existence so hard.
That's true.
I like AOC though.
I'm not saying
I
that.
think I think she can do it.
I'm not necessarily saying
You
I
can
think
see
that
rural people voting for her.
Right now, it doesn't seem possible, but I would like to believe that that's a future we can dream about. I don't know.
Sarah Palin.
That's true.
You know
She's
what?
a Marxist.
It would still be steps.
A friend of mine said this to me this morning. I couldn't agree more. Where's Al Gore? Let's bring him back.
I love
Let's make
Al.
him run again.
I always loved Al.
Let's make him run.
How
he
old
only
is
had
he?
the one shot.
How
he
old
was
is
so
he?
close. He was so close.
How old is Al
Been 25 years.
Hold on. Let me do
How
some.
about Biden 2028? Think about it.
Oh my God.
Think about it.
Think about it. I'm still running.
Al Gore
Let's run it
age.
back, baby.
Well, what if he
Yeah.
runs with Gore? Gore's 76.
Jimmy Carter, 20.
So he's younger than
Biden.
Jimmy Carter's still
Jimmy
around.
Carter's never dying.
Jimmy Carter. Let's see. Jimmy Carter and
Jimmy.
he's 100.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, Biden
He
and
sure
Carter.
is.
Carter's has 3 digits to his age.
That dude is basically dead.
Did we talk about the photos of
Yeah,
Jimmy
it's
Carter?
very-
the
Oh,
other day?
outstanding.
I feel
Poor
like
guy.
if Joe Biden, Jimmy Carter won, Joe Biden will die and Jimmy Carter would become the
Jimmy's
president.
not going anywhere.
Oh man.
Come on, man.
All right, here's the squirrel. I guess this is like a bad omen or something. I guess it was a hit job. There's the squirrel. Wait, there it is in the back.
Wait, where?
Oh, I
Back
see.
there.
Oh, I see.
Creeping past.
Oh.
Pretty funny little guy.
So he was alive all along.
We think that that's Peanut?
Is
the
this
ghost of Peanut.
Is this grounds for re-election?
Oh, we need
I
to
think there
rerun
might
it.
have been anthrax on its coat. That was a plan. That was an,
Massive fraud happened.
that was an assassination attempt.
Mm-hmm. I think we need a re-election.
We can do the election 100 times. We'll lose every fucking time. Squirrel
Run
or
it
no
back.
squirrel?
Carter, 2028.
Yes, sir.
The man of the people.
I'll say it.
Put him
Fuck
back
it.
in there.
Let's get him in there.
He was a one-term wonder.
We'll roll him out in like an upward wheelchair,
we
and he's just like this.
Can we see the picture again?
Okay, let me grab the picture.
It'll make us laugh.
You're like, Carter, what do you have to say?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Jimmy Carter was the president in the 70s, and he's still alive. Barely.
I barely. I don't
Hey,
even.
we're celebrating his 100th birthday, and you should see the photos. It's sad.
That's very sad.
There's one in particular where they're rolling him out of his house. It just absolutely crushed me.
The memes are great from it. It's like when she gives you that good, and it's like.
Okay, here it is. So it was his 100th birthday, and so they rolled him out.
Yes.
What?
Oh my god.
It's a celebration.
This was so mean to do.
Why?
He's turned 100 today.
Oh my god.
What's not to celebrate?
No.
Holy fuck.
I would never do this to my grandpa.
Or your Mima.
Or my Mima or my Peepaw.
What do you even do? It's like, it's just sad. It's just a sad thing.
Rest in peace, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Frankly, they could just go right up to his burial site and dump him in there. Since they already got him out on a gurney.
Throw some dirt on him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because I don't think he's even aware of what's happening.
Yeah, I agree.
His whole, it's like it's his 100th birthday party, so you got to assume his whole family's there.
Yeah.
People already came out. All right, happy birthday, Peepaw.
Howard did a phony phone call with Jimmy Carter in the grave, where he had it was like fake Jimmy Carter having phone sex with Bigfoot.
Wow.
Pioneers.
With real Bigfoot.
With real Bigfoot.
Having sex with Jimmy Carter.
Fake Jimmy Carter. Yeah.
Such a character. We'll see never. Once again, we will never see one president in the United States. If anything, this election confirmed that women are so hated, so despised, so looked down upon. The American people would rather a misogynistic, rapist, Nazi felon to lead our country than a woman who is qualified. If you didn't vote because you believed in neither, I hope you reap the hell we will experience, and I have no mercy. I hope the women, trans, non-binary folks, LGBTQ+, ethnic folks, disabled folks, and any other minority take the day to mourn and come up with plans to escape, stay safe, and protect yourself for longer. Trump will make America irreparable. It'll be less,
I don't want to believe it. I got 2 daughters, man. I have hope for the future. I can't think like that. That'll never happen.
I have to hope.
Gotta be optimistic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's nothing we can do. We just ride the wave at this point.
The red wave. They said it was coming. They were just 2 years off, I guess.
You're not wrong, though. I mean, potentially. We'll see. I'm really hoping that because he won so majorly that he's going to come in feeling good. Bygones are bygones. And, he's just going to govern in the interest of the American people.
This approach.
It's my hope.
We're talking about Trump.
It's my hope because you don't have to bitch and whine about election fraud. It doesn't bruise his ego when people go, "Oh, you lost the popular vote."
I bet you he's going to start complaining like tomorrow about something.
Yeah, you've been hitting that copium, bro.
I'm trying, man. What am I like this? Otherwise, like leave the country or kill yourself because things are so bad.
Market's a good sign.
Let me check the market again.
Well, it's closed now, but.
Well, let's check that.
After hours, bro.
Let's check
after hours
futures.
Options.
How's Triller doing?
That's a great question.
We're up 0.03% in the aftermarket. Triller stock. Nobody's buying that shit, right?
No,
Dan has 200.
Whoa!
Dan,
go, brother.
How much did you make, bro? You had like 200 million shares.
I am still in the hole, but the hole is getting shallower by the day.
Strong.
Hold on.
Can we
rooting
check
for you.
Elon's stuff?
Yeah.
I bet it's all up so much.
Okay, hold on. This is concerning. So, how do I... Let me go max. Oh, that's pretty far off still, eh?
No, wait, that's not...
Wait, no, this
that was
started
that
here.
like
That
old
started
company.
here.
Yeah.
I think he's up.
He's not up.
No. What you see where it's
Wait, no, it
spiked?
started at 550.
No. It's none of this.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got
it started here.
Yes, that spike right there.
Started at 730?
No,
I don't think it started there. I think it
it's
spiked up to that. I remember it starting at like 5-ish.
So...
If you click the 6 month, you're going to see better.
Yeah.
I have wondered if Kavanaugh and Trump have some kind of back room deal. because like the whole banning TikTok thing is obviously going to benefit Triller. Although I think
People still wouldn't
they're
use
so
Triller.
poorly positioned that I don't think they have any chance of success.
Well, Trump said he wasn't going to ban TikTok. He ran on that, right?
No, he ran on banning it. That was his
No,
thing.
he said on the.
No, he flip-flopped.
Yeah,
on
he
it,
flipped. Oh, he
obviously.
He's going to save TikTok.
He saw how unpopular it was, so now he's pro keeping TikTok.
Plus, a lot of TikTokers were
Just
endorsing
say
him.
anything.
Well,
We
it's
all
already
know
been-
this.
It's already been.
Just say what people want to hear.
How do we feel about TikTok? Do we like it or not?
He was the one that was originally threatening to ban it, but yeah, during this campaign, he's like, they're gonna take away TikTok.
It's your idea, dude.
I swear to God, he
I got
did
an
that.
idea. Truth Talk. Put it on Truth Social.
Wow.
Tesla stock. Let's see how
Holy
Tesla's
shit,
doing.
Tesla's doing.
Damn, 15%.
My God.
Holy fuck.
Crazy.
15%. That is
Well, yeah,
bananas.
he's
Holy shit.
running part of the government now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
That's
shot
probably
that
gonna
they
be
don't.
good for business,
The
isn't
next
it?
4 years is going to
Wow.
be some good deals coming from the government.
I wonder why.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It's real
SpaceX
bad, dude.
traded?
No,
Space-
SpaceX is private. But it kind of reflects on Tesla a lot.
SpaceX is the scary one. That one is getting so fucking big and like central.
Yeah.
Well, now the CEO is in the government. That's like we're beyond that now.
At least he's in our government.
I suppose.
Could be in someone else's government.
True.
I'm
Right?
like,
Why not both?
Yeah, he's pretty friendly with Putin, as I understand
Yeah.
it.
Why not both?
Good point.
Yeah, he's.
I want to manifest a fallout between Trump and Elon so bad.
I think it.
I want
A lot
them
of
to
ego.
fall
It must
out.
happen. It
it'll
must
happen.
happen.
It's
It-
gotta happen.
It
It would
must.
be
Biggest
so fucking
divas
funny.
online right now. It's time to go head to head.
And again, I say it at every opportunity that I possibly fucking can. Stop using his fucking app. Just stop. Just stop.
I'm off of X.
Please.
I'm so off.
I don't
X.
even want to know what's going on there today. I got off too.
Bro, I'm so.
Probably a disaster.
Last night I would have been doom scrolling all night, and I'm so glad I was off. I was disconnected. I was hanging out, I was playing on my Steam Deck.
Like this dude fucking.
I was watching Housewives in New
Stop
York.
Giving
There
him
it is.
power.
Beautiful.
Stop willingly giving him power over your brain.
Bernie
Don't do it.
Sanders apparently had a banger post. Sanders' statement on the results. It should come to no great surprise that a
He
Democratic.
sailed to re-election, by the way, with like 80% of the vote or something in Vermont.
Love
Yeah,
it.
but
wasn't
he's
that
the
high,
man.
but-
Everybody loves Bernie.
Yeah.
It
Let's
should
see,
come as no
Vermont
great
Senate
surprise that a
election.
Democratic Party, which has abandoned working class people, find that the working class people have abandoned them. First,
63.
it was the white working class, and now it is the Latino and black workers as well. While the Democratic leadership defends the status quo, the American people are angry and want change, and they're right. Today, while the very rich are doing phenomenally well, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Oh, he's going into like the greatest hits. I love Bernie, but every time he gives a speech, he says the same thing.
Yeah.
And I've just seen him do it so many times.
I got you.
are gaining.
They
own
pretty much can
95% of
recite
the wealth.
I know what you mean. I can
Yeah.
recite it by rote at this point. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We the
He's not wrong, but yada, just
not
we could
wrong.
yada yada
Yeah.
yada that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the great people of Vermont.
Today, despite an explosion in technology and worker productivity, many young people have a worse standard of living, yada, yada. Today, despite spending far more per capita than other countries, we remain the only wealthy nation not to guarantee health care, yada, yada, yada. Today, despite strong opposition from a majority of Americans, we continue to spend billions funding the extremist Netanyahu government, yada, yada, yada.
Yada yada yada.
Yep.
Zach does a surprisingly good Bernie. He was
Zach
doing it
does
the
a
other
lot of
day,
good
and I was like,
impressions.
"That's actually pretty good, man."
Dude, Zach kills that impression.
I know.
Thank you. It's part of
I
my.
just didn't really. I didn't know that he had that dog in him.
Thank you. It's part of my thing.
His condition? It's part of my condition.
Part of my condition. Great people of Vermont.
It's pretty spot on.
Will the big money interests and well-paid consultants who control the Democratic Party learn any real lessons from the disastrous campaign?
That's what I'm asking.
Will they understand the pain and political alienation that tens of millions of Americans are experiencing? Do they have any idea as to how we can take on the increasingly powerful oligarchy, which has so much economic and political power? Probably not.
Probably not.
This is a mighty fine. This is a
that's why
mighty
he's the
hot
goat.
coffee pot.
That's how. Yeah.
Should I drink it? Probably not.
This is a mighty fine coffee pot.
Okay, so Bernie was watching the stream last night.
Such a fan behavior. Yeah, I mean, he's right. Greatest. He's bringing out the greatest hits. The rich are getting richer every year.
That's pretty good too.
I think it's like a Jewish thing, you know.
Yeah, I think.
Right.
Right.
It's
Right.
innate. It's innate.
Yeah.
It's in us.
My brother. There was lots of appreciation for my brother. That was fun.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah. Dude, I love that soundbite.
Oh, check out the super chat we got. What do you think of this? Sending it. If my fucking computer wasn't so slow. This is disrupting the show, Ethan.
Get a new computer. I always tell you, if you need something, buy it. Dan, you fuck! Hamster, thank you so much for that generous dono.
God damn. Wow. Well, give it a read.
There are 20 million votes uncounted for. Please tell people to sign up for vote curing, and to message the White House on their White House Gov contact page to look into Russian bomb threats, ballot box burning, absentee ballot challenges, and Elon's voter fraud. You can find this info in the news. That's actually all. Yeah, I mean, Elon did do a massive voter fraud payday.
I'm not. You talking about like the petition stuff that he
The
was
$1 million
doing, the giveaways
prize
and
or
everything?
whatever.
I think they like fucking skirted around the line on that one just enough that nothing's gonna happen with that. Also,
that being
what the
said,
fuck? He's in the White House now, which means nothing's gonna happen to him. So
look, the Republicans had their foot on the scale in every way they could. That being said, we lost so fucking hard, man.
no, this is giving me Mike Lindell energy, and I'm actually here for it. What I'm reading right here.
You like it?
I floated this to you last night, Ethan. I'm like, what if I just become like I start smoking crack, I start selling pillows, and for the next 4 years, I'm dedicated to Kamala is really president. She's the president.
We can make
She's
pillows.
my president. She is the president.
Yeah, you could sell pillows for sure.
She's the president in exile.
Dan's pillows.
Can you do
Yeah.
like a Mike Lindell adjacent impression?
Kind of sounds like Bernie on crack.
I think
He's much loud. He's not really. I don't know if I can
I
do what
have
he
to
does.
tell you, my pillows are the best pillows this side of Minnesota. And I'll say Trump is still the president.
There's a Midwestern twang to it that I just do not have in me. Like,
He talks like a wrestler.
Yeah, you can tell.
He's like hoarse too.
Yeah.
Borderline Jesse Ventura. Like borderline. It's
Right.
like there.
If you just start doing the crack, it'll come naturally, I think.
That was the greatest time when he called in, man.
We could get him
my
in.
God.
He's interested. He'd call in again.
I was starstruck.
Actually, I'd like to hear from him how he's doing in the wake of this catastrophic loss.
Trump was saying a lot of things in his acceptance speech, which I figure Mike would not actually like, because he said he is the 45th and the 47th president, which is giving legitimacy to the false president, Joe Biden.
True.
Being the 46th. That doesn't make any sense. Joe Biden did not win the election.
Sounds like a concession.
He also was bragging about, hey, it feels pretty good to win the popular vote this time, because he lost it the first 2 times that he ran.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on a minute.
Yep.
I thought millions and millions of votes were stolen. What
right.
the fuck happened there? So if I'm Mike Lindell, I'm pissed. That felt like a betrayal.
Well, Mike has been suspiciously absent from his campaign now that he's bankrupt and has lost everything.
I wonder if he paid that guy the $5 million.
I mean, get in line. That guy's got no money, probably. $5 million. Mood this morning. We love the Ben Affleck meme.
Somebody in the chat said Lindell was at the event last night.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so maybe
Good.
he's still on the inside track here.
I'm relieved to hear that.
I feel so bad for him. I'm kind of happy for him too. You know?
Here, it would be on like
code
his,
Trump.
I'm looking at his Instagram.
off your pillow.
Dude, I saw he was selling a pillow for $14.88.
I don't understand the economics of his
Oh,
company.
that really did happen, didn't it?
Yeah, he was selling a pillow for
The
$14.88.
MSRP is $19.99.
He does not have pictures of himself like on election night on his Instagram, which I would expect him to do. So,
Who, Mike or Trump?
Mike. I'm on Mike Lindell's.
So you think he didn't get the
Instagram right now.
invite?
Do you remember his fire sale?
When he was like selling his factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I've got 10 industrial forklifts that I'll send to you with code H3. First 3 forklift drivers will get it for $2,000 a piece.
This person donated $5 and said, I work for a US-based mattress and pillow manufacturer if you want to talk business.
Ooh,
all right, I see you, BS.
Pillows.
No, I don't think I want to go down that path. Well, I'm still considering it. Let's put it that way.
I'll bring crack on Monday. And
what do you know about crack?
well, I've smoked it once. Thank you. Yeah, and we smoked it in the California Pizza Kitchen bathroom.
In Dearborn, located in Dearborn,
Yeah,
Michigan.
exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's the
More
guy I had sex
SpongeBob
with.
memes.
Smoke crack
How
with
Jill
him.
Stein supporters are going to look when Trump
SpongeBob
actually
memes
wipes
are
Palestine off the face of the
on
earth.
there.
This is actually possible. There is a possibility that Trump, like, if he gives them the full like blank check and even like encourages them, it could be like actual like just total displacing of everybody in Gaza, and just continue. I mean, it couldn't be worse. The potential.
What would
for
that
it,
even look like other than just wiping everybody out, trying to push everybody into Egypt or something?
Yeah,
but they're not gonna.
Yeah,
they're not gonna take them. So is that just war with Egypt at that point? Does it just keep?
I think
like,
they
where
would-
do the dominoes stop?
Bro,
You
this
know?
is so
I have no
scary.
idea.
They would force them into Jordan and Egypt.
Yeah, I don't think that
Right,
they're
but
gonna
if-
like
if they
that
don't
answer.
want that.
Well, of course they don't want it. I mean, the Jordanians
that's-
and the Egyptians have bigger walls than Israel does.
That's what Dan is saying.
Yeah, I know.
But
How do you
the
force them-
Egyptians and Jordan, much more so than anybody they've been fighting with insofar, are like our allies technically.
Yeah,
like
they're in
they
pretty
like
good
work
terms,
with us. So
like,
I don't know.
theoretically.
It's just seems like a terrible fucking situation.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to actually like displace that many people
without just killing
without killing them all.
Yeah.
Right. That's just
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Now that said, the Jill Stein thing. I mean, I haven't looked at every state, but I was looking at like Michigan's numbers and a few of the other swing states, and she got such a tiny amount of the vote. It wasn't the gap. It didn't make up the
I
gap.
think people
on-
just didn't vote.
Right, exactly.
More
So
so
I
than,
like.
you know.
I think the Jill Stein thing specifically, that argument. You know, if she got more votes than the gap between Trump and Kamala, then you could talk about that. But she's getting like less than 1%.
I despise her. She is such a
4%.
weird fucking.
What did she get? Do we know?
I saw like 500,000, but I don't know if it was total.
That's it in the whole country.
I don't know if it was the whole country or a certain state, but I
Here?
did see 500,000 somewhere.
600,000, I think I'm seeing.
Is that the total?
That is remarkably low.
0.4%.
I mean, how much did Ralph Nader get when he ran?
More, and that's why people were really mad at Ralph Nader.
Yeah.
I think. Let's see, 2000 election, Florida. It was in Florida specifically, I believe.
The Chads, those goddamn fuck. That's
And
why I hate
Chads.
people
Chad,
named
bro.
Chad to this day. I hate Chads.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, George Bush beat Gore in Florida, which was the state that decided it, by less than 1,000 votes. And Ralph Nader got almost 10,000 votes. And
That's
so people, in that case, it's like, yeah, if 1,000 Nader voters had voted for Gore, Gore would have won. So there's an argument there. But with Jill Stein, and again, I maybe just haven't seen it yet, but I haven't seen any states where her share of the vote would have made the difference.
Yeah. Like, I think people just abstained.
Yeah, I think the Jill Stein stuff is insignificant. I will just say your hands aren't clean just because you didn't vote for it.
That's right. They want to pretend like they're morally like superior. That's a lot of what goes on, in my opinion, on the left with like they're just contrarian to everything because they need to feel this sense of righteous indignation. Like everything, they take the moral high ground on everything without considering the real world ramifications of actually like creating this utopia that they will burn the world down to achieve. To the left, this actually had a lot of upvotes, 5,500 to the leftists who didn't vote. When my sister who lives in a red state loses her right to live, if her unborn fetus is in jeopardy, I will blame you as much as I blame people who voted for Trump. When my aunt and uncles can't access medical care for our grandma because the ACA has been repealed, I will think of you when I think of fascism. When Israel is given unbelievable amounts of power by a dictator who has openly admitted he believes Palestinians are less than human, I will especially think of you. Fuck you. Right, and right. How's moral superiority taste?
Right. I do blame, like, if those things happen, unless, like, the people that voted for Trump, like, that's a proactive, like, to me, that's a step further than not voting.
Well, they certainly can't complain.
Equal.
They can't fucking say shit.
It's pretty equal because, like, if you don't vote, Trump, it's going to go towards Trump if you make the decision not to vote.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Like, maybe it's maybe a little more symbolic, but you kind of know what you're doing.
Right.
The bulk of the blame is on Trump supporters, of course.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, what are they going to say when?
If we're so upset about Trump, like, the people that actually voted for him are the most to blame. You can also blame leftists that didn't vote if you want, a little bit, but
no,
to me,
legitimately,
like,
what are we going to say when, like, Israel and America, like, start a war in Iran or start, like, displacing, like, hundreds of thousands of people? Like, what are people like Hasan and all these leftists going to say who didn't vote?
You keep saying that about Hasan. I'm almost positive that Hasan voted for Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
I don't know that for sure.
Did he ever tell his audience to vote for Kamala?
I don't. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I have not been watching much Hasan lately because, for obvious reasons.
It's a bit touchy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he ever. I mean, listen, I could be wrong, and so correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe he ever told his audience to vote. And he was flirting with. I've seen.
I know a lot of his dogs are those people. Yes, I get it. I know they are, and
for months,
and I'm with you on that.
Yeah, he's been flirting with the idea of not voting. He said it so many times, like, "Fuck it, I'm not voting for Kamala." You know what I mean? I'm not voting for Biden. But okay, I mean, if he voted, that's one thing. But whatever.
I just have to.
I don't care about his.
I just knowing the guy, like, that would shock me if he did not vote.
I think he probably did vote for Harris, but I don't think he ever like. I think his overall influence on his audience was to not vote. If there was an influence he had on them, it was to not vote. Could be wrong, and maybe I
haven't heard that from him.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen so many clips. I've seen so many clips.
I've sort of disengaged with the Hasan community personally, just because it's too touchy and too painful. But so I have no firsthand knowledge to disagree with you, but I feel like he probably told his audience to vote for Kamala.
You would think so.
Hope so. He voted on stream, said somebody in the chat.
I saw a video
filled out
of him
his
voting.
ballot filled it out on the stream. I mean, there you go. You know what I'm saying? But that said, you're not wrong that a lot of the people in those circles are much more aggressive about their anti-electoralism. They think voting's bullshit. I've heard all the arguments. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I'm catching up on something.
Any update with the fires going on?
I don't know. Let me look.
I'm definitely not going to take PCH home. I'll tell you that much.
Let's see. Camarillo. Yeah, I have a friend that lives up there. But said he was packing up his stuff. It's scary. I don't like it. Do you want me to cover with some super chats or something?
Yeah.
Okay. One
I'm
second.
done.
You're done?
No more super chats.
Okay. I tried.
The meter.
Tried,
Oh no, not the meter. Chances of killing myself. Oh, come on.
Jesus.
No. Yeah, was that bad? Should we button that?
I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's leaning.
We're all
Let's
It's
not.
leaning.
Let's
Leaning.
not do that.
It's in the likely.
Don't think like that, people. Don't think like that.
And if you are thinking like that, call a hotline, please.
Call a hotline,
Take care
call
of
a friend.
yourself.
I'm assuming that's
Every
a
day.
joke.
Right.
I know it is.
I hope that they're joke, but
if
maybe
there are
somebody
people in this
isn't.
audience that are feeling that way.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
Get help.
scary day.
Women should just straight up refuse to have sex with men for 4 years. What about the good guys? What
Bro, what about us good
the fuck did I do?
You guys voted for Harris?
Sorry, you're a man, Ethan.
All right, fuck it, whatever. I mean, if you got to ask your guy if he voted Trump and be like, okay, well,
we're in lockdown.
Yeah, women should. There you go. You can do a sex embargo for the next 4 years.
No more sex for 4 years with peace and love.
This is a serious message.
I'm warning you.
The negativity that discouraged 17 million from voting. I keep seeing that number. It might be real. Don't talk about anything else but Palestine. Leftists. Kamala is a bad candidate and doesn't deserve our vote. Both sides are evil and don't care about you. Why did the Democrats do this? If only they ran a candidate that supports Palestine more, that would give them the edge over the guy that doesn't care about Palestine at all. Yeah. Pretty spicy margarita.
The 17 million. So when I added it up, and I just mindlessly keep closing the calculator app before we get back to it, and I lose the number. But by my count, it was 16 million, and that the first one was 18, that one was 17. What I suspect is as the votes, especially from the West Coast, continue to get counted, the gap is closing. She's not going to pass him, but that number will continue to come down from there. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot less votes than 2020 for sure.
This meme, I don't know why it makes me giggle. It's just so ridiculous. Abstaining voters and then just Trump weapons raining on the poor sleeping child. Palestinians, Ukrainians, trans people, women, poor people, immigrants, DACA recipients, the ecosystem, the economy, education, any minority. It's funny. I got to say, you dumb privileged fucks will just have to wait it out for 4 more years while people die and get deported and get trapped further into poverty and fucking kill themselves. Trans youths have to live this for the next 4 years. Millions of families can potentially be separated, and 2 counties could be wiped out from the countries could be wiped out from the world. But I guess it was worth it so you could seem like a based king and queen. We need to create a term for these virtue goblins. That's true.
Dan, you're coming up with words. Do you have any suggestions?
A virtue goblin.
Virtue goblin?
I mean, virtue goblin's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Goblin.
I
gotta be honest, I'm kind of fading on goblins, like just as like a funny word to like throw out there. I feel like it's becoming like between goblin mode and like
outdated.
I don't know. Maybe not all goblins, but for me right now, I'm goblined out. There's so many other fantastical creatures that we could use as a stand-in.
Trolls,
you know what I mean?
Ogres.
Yeah, sure.
Ogres are pretty funny. That's a pretty funny
Bugbears, perhaps. Gnolls.
Gnolls. Okay, that's a little underground. It's a little EverQuesty.
They are a little underground.
I said Shrek.
You fuck with Gnolls in EverQuest?
Yeah, they were in WoW too, and they all come from D&D. Everything just steals from D&D.
The Gnolls were scary as fucking. They're pretty strong in general. In EverQuest.
Yeah, the ones in they were in the that volcano dungeon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
The one next to the over there.
Yeah,
that place was insane.
Yep.
Once again, because I did PvP, like that was one of the rare dungeons where, like, if your guild tries to get there, other guilds will come and wipe your whole fucking. Because there was no instance.
Right.
So,
yeah, I missed out on that fun playing on a Care Bear server.
So did you clear that dungeon like a bunch of times?
No, I don't think so. I
That
think I
was
went
a
there
big
like
raid
once.
one, right?
Huh?
That was a big raid dungeon.
If it's the one, I think it was just a normal dungeon. I don't know. It was 20 years ago.
Did you ever do the Dragon
25 years ago.
Necropolis?
The Dragon Necropolis
was sick.
I don't think so.
It was a runes of the whatever. Let's move on.
The biological reality of the dragon.
This is worse than watch talk.
Probably. Fippy Darkpaw, dude. People are talking about Fippy in the chat. My boy.
People love Watch Talk, man. Can't get enough.
All right, so there's one other thing. Listen, I'm open to being wrong about this, okay? But so let's just...
So lock in.
I'm just going to tell you the way I see it.
What's your hypothesis?
All right, so this is why I did a story on the election morning. And here's my story about why I hate most socialists. Most, not all.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you came across the deprogram subreddit.
Well, I've seen them a lot of times, but here's something that is important to say about Deprogram. One of the hosts, Second Thought, is the biggest socialist YouTuber, 2 million subs. Deprogram's probably the biggest socialist podcast, and their show's frequented by Hasan, who co-signs them, by the biggest socialist streamer. So like people trying to, like I saw comments, obviously some people were angry about this, and they're saying, oh, these are just fringe people. And I just don't know how you can possibly say that. I think the problem, is there's something rotten within this movement, and like it's not my fault for calling it like I see it. You know, these are the mainstream of this movement. These are the
I wouldn't go that far. It's definitely not the mainstream.
Who's bigger than them though? Like they're representing
a 2 million sub YouTube channel. I mean, there's so many of those. This is not most mainstream is too far.
Hold on.
I think most people on the left have no idea what the fuck this is.
That okay?
I never heard of it till now.
Yeah.
Well,
Me
you're
neither.
you're not
in those circles, but
No.
still, like this.
Well,
is,
let me show the posts. So anyway,
like Hasan, yes, like he's you could reasonably call him mainstream at this point.
yeah, and he co-signs them. These are the guys who on October
got you.
7th was like
I remember
settler babies and everyone should be killed. They're
Oh,
all
I remember.
subjects. And I said that to Hasan, and he's like, yeah, those are good guys. You know, I was like, okay. That's the first time I heard about the deprogram on these guys. So anyway, here's what I says. Why I hate most socialists. Let's take a look at Deprogram, one of the most popular socialist subreddits, and a show frequented by Hasan. These are the guys who said all Israelis are valid military targets, including babies, just by the nature of existing and being born there. So let's see what they're up to on election day. This was all just straight up on their homepage. I did not do any digging. I just looked, and this is what I saw. Here's a cartoon. It says, encouraging fathers to vote for their daughters' rights. Who are you voting for, Daddy? You, he says. Okay, this cartoon. Here's how they describe this. And this says 540 upvotes. This image spread around to get people to vote for Democrats is disgusting and disingenuous. American lives are more important than Palestinians' children's lives. Just say it out loud already, liberals. What the fuck are you talking about, you absolute imbecile? Like, what you can voting for your children's fucking and women's rights does not mean you hate Gaza. If anything says you hate Palestinians more, it's fucking making sure Trump wins. But okay, so this is, again, everyone's like, yeah, this is despicable. This cartoon's despicable.
What?
Yeah. And they hate liberals. The way they talk about liberals, you'll see. Here's another one.
I know.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And then the Iranian woman who took off her clothing in protest, she got like beaten up for not wearing her hijab correctly. Lots of videos and media going around about this really brave woman who might be dead for all I know. I mean, you can only imagine what the morality police did with her once they caught up to her. They're treating her like a slut. I'm not even kidding. This post has, 100 upvotes, although I don't know what it has now, but this was 5 hours. Revolutionary Blackout Network is spot on. Liberal feminism is a plague. Liberals really believe liberation for women in the Middle East is whether they have the ability to start an OnlyFans or not. Like that's what they boil that down to.
So dumb.
It's demented. It's actually like sick. And again, this is a community that Hasan has endorsed on my fucking channel.
Good Lord.
If you care about liberating women in the Middle East, you would support ending Zionist regime that is literally murdering them. I mean, okay. It's like you can care about both, dude. This country doesn't even provide health care and paid maternity leave to women, while the rest of the world does. But you truly believe American liberals give a fuck about Iranian women? Well, let's go back to what you said, is that liberation is if they can start an OnlyFans or not. That's fucking disgusting. I feel for the people of Iran, man. The people of Iran don't like their fucking government. They want to be free from those psychos.
Yeah, I mean, these people are probably children, and this shit has a couple hundred upvotes. This is what I'm saying. It's just like I agree with you that these people suck and are way off base. Like I'm with you. I'm not going to argue that.
This one had 2,000 upvotes.
Okay.
This was like, and again, like they're a big subreddit, but they're not like huge, obviously, because it's a niche.
It's a niche
interest.
thing. That's what I was trying to say. Is this is like a niche community.
Well,
which I agree is saying all kinds of disgusting shit.
Ethan is saying it's big in this category, though.
It's the biggest.
It's the biggest.
Yeah, and I think it's valid.
It's niche in the sense that like it's not like our videos has like that's a people are that's a wide appeal. There's not that many people interested in watching podcasts about socialism.
Right.
But anyway, this one had 2,000 upvotes, and it's titled "What Fuels Anti-Semitism." Okay, what is it? Actually, what fuels anti-Semitism is murdering children by the thousands under the banner of the Star of David, while adamantly insisting that your actions are inseparable from all Jews and the totality of Judaism. This is fucking disgusting. Like, how many fucking flags Muslim countries have? Or how many countries have Muslim symbolism in their flag? How many Christian countries have Christian symbolism in their flag? Like dozens, in the 20s, and like actually, anti-Semitism is the Jews' fault. I mean, this is fucking left-wing anti-Semitism. It's disgusting, dude. 2,000 upvotes. Everybody's down with this one. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, these people fucking do not like Jews.
That's pretty clear.
I mean, they go a long way to making rules about who's good and who's bad Jews. You know what I mean? The part that gets me is fueling anti-Semitism is murdering children under the banner of Star of David. Then they go, while adamantly insisting that your actions are inseparable from Jews. That's them doing that. Who's they? Like, what is she saying?
Israeli government. They're saying the Israeli government represents themselves as being the Jewish state, and therefore, like, sanctioned by the religion.
I don't think they say that.
You would know better than me. I mean,
I don't think Israel's like we are every Jew. I mean, it's a country and it has politics like any other country. Like the 20 fucking
do the hardcore like hyper right wing people in Netanyahu's government characterize it that way?
Honestly, like who gives a fuck what they say? They're not. Like Saudi Arabia is doing a genocide in Yemen. They have like the fucking Islamic symbolism in their flag. Are all all Muslims fucking terrorists?
Right. Yeah.
2,000 upvotes. I mean, this is just bigotry. It's disgusting, dude. Then this one, I can't wait for Trump to win today. That was in the morning. Millions upon millions of liberal tears are going to start falling just like they did in 2016. And it's going to be such a sublime feeling knowing they lost. Trump is going to be a disaster for America on the world stage. He's going to pull out of NATO. And then he's going to trip over himself during any kind of interaction with any other world leader, which will put the U.S. in more negative standing with its allies as well as its enemies. I get that Trump wants to implement another tariff war with China, but the U.S. will massively lose that since partaking in China's economy is necessary for anyone who wants to be relevant in the global business affairs. Goodbye, American empire. I'm ready to watch you burn.
I mean, what? This is a fucking... Yeah, this is some fucking lunatic teenager. I hope that they're a teenager.
I mean, so honest. This was 2 hours old and has 90 upvotes. Again, it's not like a ton, but it was trending up.
Yeah,
like, ended up with a few hundred upvotes. You know.
Yeah.
I mean this is what I see. This is radical. This is weird shit.
Yeah, these people are weirdos, bro. I'm with you.
And so again, I'm trying to tell you guys, Hasan is friends with these guys. He co-signs them. He will not criticize them, and that to me is fucking gross.
The fact that he would go on this show is insane.
He literally said to my face when I was criticizing Second Thought for saying all Jews are valid military target, or all Israelis are valid military targets. He literally said, yeah, those are good guys. I like them. Like, to my fucking face. And I didn't even know that much about them. The more I learn about them, the more fucked up I realize his inability to...
Well, these people, I think we'd all agree, are crazy. But, like, what percentage do you think they make up of, say, you know, the voting public? I mean, isn't it so small?
But what I'm saying is socialist...
In fact, almost zero because they don't vote.
Yeah. So
what I'm saying is,
so
what are we talking about?
Of socialist movements.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who we're talking about. You don't think Hasan has influence online?
Of course he does.
He's
yeah.
mainstream.
For sure.
So this is like Donald Trump hanging out with Nick Fuentes. Like, you don't think that matters?
Yeah, it does.
It does matter.
I think it's.
But I'm just saying, is there enough kooks out there to make a difference when anything? I mean, there's always people on the fringe.
Hasan has become highly influential with young voters.
For sure.
And he mainlining people into becoming socialist. And like this is part of the pipeline. You know, and they're watching him on the
in the
show.
context of this election, though, because I feel like if he voted on stream and told everybody to vote for Kamala, then I don't think you can put that on him. Even if he is associating with people that do have these attitudes, associating with is one thing, but whatever, you know, we should be accurate about what he's actually saying.
Here, I don't know. Pull this video up. I don't know if it's good or not.
Okay. What is this?
I will say I understand where you're coming from, Ethan, just because, you know, I'm Mexican and I see racism until, especially more so now with Donald Trump, right? With people just kind of accepting just blatant hate for specifically Latinos in America and more specific undocumented immigrants here. But it's also important, like, I agree with you and everything, but it's also important not to, like, put random crazies. Not to give
these
them
are
the time
not
of day.
dude.
No, the
these
Reddit
are not
posts
random
are
crazies.
random people. You're criticizing.
No, but like, dude, it's,
no, I understand who you're criticizing. You're criticizing Hasan.
This has 2,000
and you're
upvotes.
criticizing
This has
the
2,000
deprogram
upvotes.
subreddit. I agree with that.
This has 2,000 upvotes.
I know, but it's still not enough to like spend so much energy on
I mean,
random
in the grand
people.
scheme of things, it's 2,000 people.
If I spend all my time,
Dude, I'm sorry.
responding to-
I feel like you guys are
No,
you guys are gaslighting me a little bit. I feel like
I don't think
these are part of the socialist movement. This is a big part of it. Hasan fucks with these guys. That should concern people. He sits down with these guys multiple times a year and chops it up with them.
Yeah,
that's I'm sorry, that's fucked up.
You can criticize him for that, but I'm coming from the angle of the impact that it actually had on election day. I think
I don't think I agree.
minimal.
I don't think it affected the election that much, and I'm not blaming anyone because we lost too hard. But I am disturbed by the growing relevance that I see people like this having, and Hasan has a direct influence on people like this, and it's fucking maddening to see.
It is like a hot trend, like being hateful, like it. That's concerning
being like
to
a
me.
nihilistic socialist. That it's like I'm seeing that this is becoming a popular take.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I feel like we should criticize more when Hasan's on the podcast. What's he saying on that podcast? Because you're showing good stuff of what he's saying on there, or even specifically when he was when he said the guy was a good guy after he said, "Oh yeah, they should all get killed or whatever after October 7th." That's something worth criticizing and talking about because it puts him on blast.
I totally get why
directly.
that's upsetting. Like that is upsetting. Like.
Let's see what this is.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to go after anybody, go after the hosts of that show.
Put some fucking sleeves
like
on,
these
you
random
asshole.
Redditors is like.
But what I'm saying is that obviously I understand it's not a huge group of people, but it's representative of what their community feels. If these posts are getting 2,000 likes on their subreddit, you guys are part of online communities. You know what? You know, it's like this is representative.
It's a decent amount of upvotes. I get it, but like this, it's especially coming. Like, listen, like I think. To tie this into something that Hila said earlier of like you going through your Instagram feed and just realizing what a bubble you're in, like I think you need to widen the bubble a little bit here because in your online, I mean, I get it. These are like your former co-host and like people that you associate with. So like it's upsetting and it's, you know, ex-fans of ours and everything. But at the end of the day, this is a group of like at most a couple, like 10,000 people that are like hanging out on the deprogram subreddit. It's just not, and they don't vote anyways. So they're just kind of irrelevant, I guess.
2 million sub podcast.
Yeah, the fact that
not
it's
small.
Are they really getting that like slamming a view?
His channel has 2 million subscribers.
Yeah,
and
but
for
how
a
are the
political, his hundreds of thousands per episode.
Okay,
that's a lot.
I mean, that's
for
pretty
a political
popular.
Yeah, for
channel.
that's big.
Yeah.
I think a good thing to pull would be more the YouTube comments. What does every episode say after? You know,
Dude, those comments are fucking insane.
I think that would be a better thing to grab than just the random subreddit because Reddit is just full of crazies. It's
but
really
still, there's.
But I feel like you guys can understand the point Ethan is making.
I do
It's
get
their
the point.
subreddit, and it's showing what is the essence of the wind in their subreddit. This is the essence.
And I think it's
I
not.
know, I get it.
It's
And
not
I'm not
divorced from their
co-signing
YouTube.
that.
Like, if somebody will come
community.
and post in our subreddit some Islamophobia, we're not gonna let that live there, right?
It's not gonna float to the
It's
top.
not gonna make it
Yeah.
to 2,000
No,
upvotes.
it'll get reported. It'll get
You're right.
downvoted.
You're right.
Seeing what goes on in their subreddit is definitely representative of something about them.
No, like again, I'll concede right at the beginning that like not all socialists are like this. I mean, there's lots of reasonable, intelligent, caring, humanist socialists. You know what I mean? Okay.
And a lot of them, this thread of like anti-electoralism and making vague overtures towards violently overthrowing the government and everything. Like it's goofy behavior. These people are never going to do anything remotely like that. And but that again, the anti-electoral strain of people on the left. I listen. I don't have any data to back this up, so I'm happy to admit if I'm wrong. I think that is a small minority of the vocal leftists that you see around. You know what I mean? I think most of them are. Most of them voted.
I think
because they're engaged and like they understand these things that you're saying about like Trump being way worse. Like it is reasonable. So, but
it's like okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, let's watch this. Let's watch this. We're talking in circles a little bit. I understand what you're saying. To me, this is like what I see online. Like this is what it is. Like there's what it's another socialist program that's doing vote for Harris or any other one. Like what's another?
Evidently, again, I don't have firsthand knowledge, but according to our chat, Hasan, even if he is fraternizing with these guys that you find objectionable, it sounds like he did encourage people to vote for Kamala.
Let's see. That's what I'm.
So that's a big one.
That's what I'm looking into.
Unfortunately, how that works. Also, I'm not even saying that like you should vote for Kamala Harris or you shouldn't vote for Kamala Harris at all. I don't know why you're so fucking aggressive about this issue.
He's responding to a chatter who said, "Who the fuck do you think you are? Insistence on a lesser evil is nothing but motivated reasoning for a fallacy."
Yeah, vote socialist. If you want to vote socialist, go ahead. I'm not going to fucking...
Damn, Bernie aged a lot. The fuck?
Not as bad as Jimmy Carter, though.
He's not there yet.
I'm not going to convince you otherwise. The fuck do you mean? As long as you're not voting for Donald Trump.
I mean, at most you could say that wasn't as emphatic of an endorsement as you'd have liked, but he's clearly...
Let me see what else I got.
You know what I mean? He's saying, if you feel like you can't vote, I'm not going to tell you you have to vote, but don't vote for Trump.
Let me see what else here. I'm fact-checking myself right now.
Okay.
Are you supporting any candidates this year?
No, not at all. I've been a big advocate of the uncommitted voting campaign as well against Joe Biden in the Democratic.
Let me rewind that. He's been a big advocate of what?
The uncommitted campaign. So this is obviously before Biden dropped out, so presumably earlier this year.
Against Joe
First half
Biden
of this
in
year.
the Democratic primaries. I'm an advocate of full-blown pressure on every aspect.
So he's talking about the
right? I think
primary
that
here.
You have
Right?
to demonstrate in
Am
the
I
streets.
understanding that
think
correctly?
I don't think so. The primary.
In the Democratic primary. Because there was a primary, remember, like there was an initial vote.
It says here 24 weeks ago. I don't know.
This is May 17th. Is that what it says?
Yeah, May 17th. So yeah, this was around the time of the primary. So this is not the general election that he's talking about here.
But Biden is obviously the...
Yeah, the point was, listen, in the primary, a lot of people didn't, they withheld their vote, even though obviously Biden was going to win as a protest vote. But
Here, this clip from Wired interview they did with him is called "Why Hasan Piker Will Not Endorse Biden."
Yeah, it's clickbait.
You have to demand divestment from your college campuses. You have to boycott certain products as long as it's like organized. I'm not like some TikTok stuff, but like, an organized boycott with a clear-cut demand. Call your congresspersons. And then I think the tip of that spear at the end of it is also to say, like, I am not going to vote for you unless you fix this. Before Israel-Palestine, before October 7, there were plenty of moments where I would tell my audience, and a lot of the initiatives that the Biden White House has taken on had made this administration probably one of the most pro-labor administrations in contemporary American history. Yes. If I'm young, I don't see anyone right now that is captivating me, that is like causing me to go out and vote.
I want to bring it back to voting, though. We're 5 months out. There are two choices. So is Trump better than Biden?
Hold on.
No.
No. She's talking about Trump versus Biden.
Okay, sorry.
We're 5 months out. It's Trump versus Biden. She's clarified. She's
Yeah, I
made
mean,
sure.
everybody knew Biden was going to win the primary. They still.
Let me hear how he answers this. This part's important.
It's like causing me to go out and vote.
I want to bring it back to voting, though. We're 5 months out. There are two choices. Is Trump better than Biden?
No, absolutely not. I'm always going to be honest. No, I don't think that Trump would be better on Israel-Palestine.
So you're not going to be voting for Biden?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be voting for Biden. I'll be honest, but I won't tell you not to. Like, do your thing. The voting uncommitted campaign, I think, is a good way to openly stress the Democratic Party to like get them to listen when you have marginal victories.
Listen, it's not that bad, but it's definitely influencing.
Yeah, I mean, again, because it's about the primary, the uncommitted movement during the primary, the whole goal was to warn the Democratic Party that, hey, this is an important issue, and this amount of your electorate is voting uncommitted to like send a message, essentially. But the uncommitted movement, is, from what I understand, did eventually say vote for Kamala. In fact, recently, like in the last week of the election or something.
This one's recent. Let's see what this one is with this fucking guy.
This meatball.
And all the efforts to reconcile with the Taliban.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have to respond to this. God, I wish I was rich and white. Then I don't have to worry about who wins either way. Yeah, but when you're poor and also a underserved minority, no matter who wins, it still fucks you over regardless. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, okay. Like, if like, sure, let's say I'm an asshole for not caring enough about the consequences of Trump's presidency. What does that make Kamala's campaign for running such a dog shit campaign?
Yeah.
What does it make the people who have received hundreds of...
It doesn't really go anywhere.
I didn't really understand what that was.
Yeah,
I looked up the thing where Hasan voted on stream because Shai was talking about it. And he's filling in his ballot.
Let me see.
And he has like a election voting guide. And I feel like that kind of promotes voting for Kamala, right?
Let's see.
In my opinion. Seems like it's breaking down every choice on the ballot, giving recommendations, what everything means and stuff like that.
Hey, that's our song. Wait, this is just it from the beginning. It's an hour.
Yeah, if you just go 10 seconds.
Oh, he's just saying throughout this whole video. That's what this video is him going through a ballot voting.
For me to fill my ballot, and as always, as is the case every year, is in front of me right now. We got a voter information pamphlet for the gym. I'm opening up my official ballot, the DSA LA. Be dropping off my ballot at a now as instructions.
Well, it's timestamp when he votes for the president. I want to see what he says about it. You didn't find that part?
It's probably at the beginning, right?
Yeah, I would think it's the first thing on the ballot.
The whole point of this stream, I feel like, is having people make voting easier, right?
There's a point. There's lots of other stuff on the ballot than president.
Okay. Maybe he left it blank. Let's find out.
Instruction says, number 1, check that you have your ballot cards and a return ballot card. Kamala.
You couldn't find him voting for the president?
It's a 50-minute long or an hour long.
Can you
video.
check the transcript?
Yeah, I can try.
You really want to get him on this one, don't you? You want to get him?
No, but this is important. I want to see
sure.
how he did
Okay, you want to see with your own eyes that he fucking bubbled the bubble.
He's right up to the fucking edge of the plank. Let's see him jump off.
It's an edited video too. It's like a long
Why would they
stream.
cut that out?
I doubt it.
I don't know. I'm just
I'll look too.
I just work
let's give
here,
this
bro.
a fair
The
shake.
answer
Let's
is here.
leave no stone unturned here.
Dude,
The
I
answer is
just
here.
work here.
The proof is right here in the pudding, and we're about to taste the pudding. So
This is pro-voting, in my opinion, if anything. Hasan helping and clearing up what's on the ballot.
By the way, Hasan did the deprogram 2 months ago.
Listen, I don't disagree that him associating with these tanky weirdos is the best look.
Can you send? I just
You
sent
know what
another
I mean?
clip.
I don't really get down with those guys either, so I feel you on that.
I thought you did get down with those guys, Dan. It's not true.
That I get down with what?
Those psycho weirdos.
The psycho weirdos?
Yeah, I thought you were actually down with them.
Yeah.
He's kidding.
Yeah,
That
of course I'm
impression.
kidding.
Here's another one I got. While you guys look for that.
Fighting for a brighter future may be hard work.
When are you endorsing
Hard
this
work is
ticket? I mean, when I see some fucking momentum on Gaza.
So, we will continue to fight for affordable housing, for affordable health care,
If I don't see momentum on Gaza,
childcare, and
you know.
paid leave.
Bro, if they change the course on Gaza, I won't even endorse. I will fucking door knock. I've said it already. I said this before. I will get a fucking tour bus and I will go to every goddamn state. I will go to every goddamn state. I'll hold events, all out of pocket, all on my own. Okay? I will go, I will door knock, I will try to make sure that I get every goddamn American on board. If they change course on Gaza, okay? If they say things like, hey, no more weapons transfers, what the fuck's going on? You keep sullying you keep.
Oh, there you go. What exactly did they expect her to do about Gaza? Like, doesn't the Congress have to vote if they want to like stop sending arms?
I don't know about that, to be honest. No, I'm pretty sure the president has a pretty wide authority of what weapon transfers they're doing.
Kamala was pretty critical of Israel. I mean, the only thing she really conceded is that they have a right to defend themselves. That's not controversial, is it?
Right. I mean, you know, Hasan and a lot of people wish the Biden administration had done a lot more to push Netanyahu around instead of seemingly getting pushed around by him, which in my perception is like pretty much what's been happening, right?
I don't know, but like, I don't think there's only so much influence they have over the Israeli government. Man. At the end of the day,
right? There's only so much influence. Exactly. One of those things is providing them with the weapons.
Arm shipment, yeah.
That's a pretty big one.
But is that something the president can even do? I don't know.
To be honest, I don't know. You might be right.
Bernie Sanders
those are
brought
acts of
that up.
Congress, and but you know, the president has the ability to try and pull his party in a direction. You know, he has the bully pulpit. So
wait, Gallia's sending me clips. They're rolling in, you guys. Did you find him voting for president? It shouldn't be that hard to find.
I did not. I would have to listen to it with
Why
audio.
would he cut that out?
I don't have audio, so I'm not.
Why would he
having an
cut
easy
that
time.
out?
I'm just trying to like scrub through.
You guys are
okay. Maybe you're right. I don't fucking know.
Just saying. Let's keep looking. We'll wrap it up soon, but let's see. Did I watch this one?
It's kind of crazy because
this
I
is the
am an
voting one.
undocumented immigrant.
That's the voting one.
Let's see, what's this one? This might be controversial, but over the past year, especially since October 7th, this admin has eroded American soft power capabilities even beyond Trump. What is it?
I guess they're responding to the tweet. So I guess read the tweet first and then Hasan's response.
Mr. President, when you came into office, you told the world that diplomacy would once again be at the center of your foreign policy. And you charged us with taking up leadership mantle at the UN. I am proud that we have done just that.
Mm-hmm.
This might be controversial. I don't see the relevance of this one. Unless I'm missing something. There's one more. Did I send it to you? I find it interesting. You can't find him voting for president, you know?
I'm scrubbing through an hour stream without audio, but if I find it, I'll send it.
Nobody has audio? What about, transcript?
He
Well, my audio is connected to the show, so I can't do it. Like,
So
it goes to the
I
system.
found where he votes for the president. It doesn't say who he voted
Send it.
for.
Let's. I want to.
Wait, we think he voted for Trump?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he voted for Trump.
Well, it's possible.
I think he voted for her.
I don't see how this could be anything else than promoting voting. This
Dude,
whole video.
they're not against voting. They're against voting for president.
There's a lot of other
He
stuff.
said he voted for president.
Well, let's see.
Por Donald Trump. Economia por Trump. Did I?
Glad to see you enjoyed
forget
that
the
song,
president?
too.
No, I did
I
not.
gave him this hat. Bro, I need that back. I do not authorize you to keep that hat.
Not forget the president. I voted for the president. I'm just not telling you who I voted for. I am not going to influence your opinion in any direction.
Right.
unless it-
Why would I want to do that? As a
Yeah,
political
I mean,
streamer,
that's-
why would I want
Come
to
on.
influence what you guys do? I have
You
no interest
guys-
in that.
That's lame-o. I'm
Come
with you.
on.
That is lame.
No, that is lame. I agree.
vote
Especially because
for
he has
Trump.
his whole point is to influence people.
Exactly.
You're a fucking political
He's the biggest
YouTuber. Like, this is the money
political
shot.
streamer.
You wait every
Hello.
4 years for this.
This is
This is it.
This is his Super Bowl.
The
This
thing
is your
if you
time to
are
shine,
actually voting
yes.
for Kamala, just like, come on.
It's bigger.
Just say
It's the
that's what you're
Olympics.
doing, dude. Man up.
And then,
Because
I agree with you, Ethan. If he vote for Kamala, he's not saying because his audience would go for him. Because
His audience would kill him if he
telling
said
them
it.
Because
Kamala sucks.
Yep.
That's what I've learned about
Yep.
Hasan over time is that he doesn't show his full extremist views easily. He kind of lays the ground and then he maneuvers, and here and there he'll prop like something really crazy, but you may miss that. So you kind of think that he's normal.
Well, especially when he gets around these deprogram guys. Like,
There you go. It's like I was
he-
waiting to see because I really don't know and I didn't want to speak out of turn, but like
but I do think he's afraid of his audience.
this answer
That's why he
right
won't
there
say it.
tells me exactly what I thought. Like,
I mean,
if he actually
influencer.
wanted people to vote for Kamala, he would have said things way differently.
Yeah.
Your
We're not
opinion in any
stupid.
direction, unless it is to vote for Trump, in which case I will tell you not to do it.
Right. So he's
anyway,
like saying it
His
without
audience
saying
is
it.
not
But like,
voting Trump.
yeah, no, I know. Obviously.
You know.
It's so obvious what he voted for.
It's
I feel
so
like
obvious
should
what he
meme
voted
it.
for that he should just say it. It's so, but like, obviously he didn't vote for Trump, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he could have written in Roger Rabbit. Who knows? He didn't say.
But if you add that with the other little clips where it's like, in one appearance, he says, I'm not going to vote for Biden. I don't know.
I don't
And
endorse
then in
either
another
candidate.
one is like, yeah, if Kamala doesn't change it, I'm not going to vote for that.
Well, I
Then-
still want to
then what
fact
do
check
you
on that one
think?
clip if that was the primary thing, because that's a totally, to me, that's a totally different discussion. Voting in the primary.
It's all building a narrative together.
It's definitely.
Because
I mean, yeah, he's
smart.
not. He's
knows
not being.
that, like he knows that he can't say flat out batshit crazy stuff. He'll never be invited to any show. Nobody will ever listen to him. So he's smart like
It's
that.
true. He is pretty slick with how he describes like normie views versus like more radical views. Another thing Galia said, and I agree, like when she came on and did her thing, she gave like a really heartfelt, thought out, real world opinion on why Hasan's coverage of the Ukraine war was bad. And he won't even acknowledge that. He just tells his audience that it's just like hater ass, like destiny, obsession, weird shit. This is his only response. It was a tweet. Actually, here, you can pull it up. Yeah. Hold on.
Wait, he actually did respond to
Well, kind
our
of.
episode the other day?
Kind of. I'll pull. I mean, I sent it in chat.
Is this tweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, I meant to ask her that.
1 second.
And then I would say, because you mentioned the whole Trojan horse thing regarding Hasan, I do agree with that, because when I used to watch Hasan, my main criticism was he was always labeled as an extremist by people who dislike him, and I was like, his views don't feel that extreme to me, and it's on it, and I felt like it was kind of boring with some of his views.
Wasn't extreme
because-
enough for Nate.
Well, yeah, because it's like, well, it wasn't that it wasn't extreme. It was that white people
pussy
call him
bitch.
extremist, and he has very basic views, healthcare, women's
he
rights.
leads a lot of people to believe, including myself, is that he's just like a social democrat.
Was it this what you're looking for?
Oh, you found something else?
I'm not sure what you're looking for. I'm just
Well, anyway, this was his response to Galia's entire like heartfelt segment about the Ukraine war. And this is exactly what we're talking about. He goes, I'm anti-war and anti-hate unconditionally, even if America or its allies doing it. I believe we should spend the money we waste overseas killing people on healing and housing people here instead. I think those that consider my worldview to be radical are telling on themselves. Like, this is the most dishonest retelling. Like, are you telling me that he's suggesting that my problem with him is that he's anti-war and wants to spend money to helping people at home? That's not what I'm talking about.
So you're confident that he's subtweeting you here, like the date lines up and stuff. This isn't just like
that was so because I'm pretty sure November 2nd, if you look when she was on, it was like the day after or the day of.
She came on. Was it last Friday? Was it just last Friday?
November 1st.
So November 1st.
Yeah, day after.
So this was the day after.
So like,
yeah, but so potentially,
that's fucking insane. Like, we didn't even talk about those things, and that's something he does. Is he characterizes his views as all I care about is helping Americans and housing people. It's like, okay, well, like obviously, I don't think those are radical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has this it is really incredible ability of like skirting any legitimate criticism and then convincing people that they just think he's crazy because he wants universal health care or some shit.
What? I'm shaking and crying right now. It's disgusting that you're calling him by that last name. You should be banned on this platform forever. Hashtag justice for Adam. His name should be, unless it is to vote por Trump, in which case I will tell you not to do it. Anyway, what? I'm shaking and crying right now. It's disgusting that you're calling him by that last name.
I don't know what that is. Justice.
Will you tell us after the election is over? Maybe. Anyway, where is it?
Will you tell us after the election who you voted for? We need to know. We can't tell. Yeah, he could have voted for Jill Stein. That'd be crazy though. He didn't say don't vote for Jill Stein.
Photo of it. You know what? I'm gonna take a photo of it, and one day I'll release it to the world. I think I'll pick up my ballot. I use a DSA guy, but I appreciate the help on the ones they didn't have a recommendation for. Thank you.
I can't get over the irony of like. They invited this guy to the fucking DNC, and he's like pushing to like hundreds of thousands of people. Like, I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for. It's like, what? Anyway,
I'm confused. So why wouldn't I don't know the whole Hasan lore and everything, right? I know he's a political guy, but if you have 2 million people watching you and you're a political guy, like, what good is it having a following if you can't use it to promote whatever you believe in? So you said, like, it's not even your Super Bowl, it's your Olympics. Every 4 years you get this, right? So why wouldn't he want to shout from the rooftops who he supports to hopefully get his supporters to go out and vote for that person?
He does, and the message is to not vote. That's what
so that's what I'm confused. Why won't he just, if he's voted for Harris, why won't he just say vote for Harris?
Because he's a little bit like
he's
smart.
Audience captured.
He knows not going to look good.
He knows his audience is radical, a large portion of it. And he's captured. If he says I voted for Harris and you should too, a large portion of his audience is going to call him like a fucking phony.
Got it.
Well,
Gallia's here. Hold on. Go ahead, Olive, and then
I think.
Hold on one sec, Gallia. Go ahead.
Just based on what I've seen from what I've consumed of his, and also speaking with like Muslim friends of mine, like a lot of young Muslim people feel like really alone right now. So like there's that sentiment of like taking a knee when it comes to voting. And I know that he's a streamer and he's super popular. So this way standards could and should be different probably. But I think that's where it's coming from. It's not that he like just doesn't want his audience to hate him.
My wife's
I have a more
Muslim.
cynical view of him now, to be honest, but I hear what you're saying. I can't help it. Obviously, I have a bias, I guess, at this point. But like, I view him more cynically.
I know.
I mean, I understand where the feeling comes from of the American Muslims or American Arabs that don't want to, they don't want to like participate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's still like you're not. It's like I'm not gonna vote for. I'm going to vote for like a terrible president. I'm not going to tell you not to vote for Hitler because like I don't like what my president is also. He says he doesn't like he's a dick too. I mean, being a little bit over the top. Gallia, hi.
Hi there.
Yeah, we were just talking about how he responded to your segment.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that he posted it the next morning at like 7:57. I think it was like Crisis Management 101, and he was like, next morning, I'm anti-war, by the way. I support everyone, no wars. But then on the same stream, he did mention that he saw what you were talking about last night, and he said that I'm just a Destiny-obsessed freak. And this is like all Destiny-obsessed hate coming towards him.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally from Ukraine. You're literally a refugee.
Yeah, he never mentioned me specifically, but he said, of course, because like if he mentions me, that it doesn't make any sense. But he did say that he did saw what you were talking about last night, and it's all like Destiny's hate coming towards him. It's all like this deep state of Destiny that's in him.
The Destiny deep state.
Well, Galia was actually a Hasan listener, so she did not come from Destiny. She came from your own community.
But like, yeah, it's funny he goes, I'm anti-war, when he's like, Russia should take fucking Crimea back. And I'm glad China took Tibet, because they're a bunch of fucking uncivilized. Their society is bullshit. Literally, he goes, their society is inferior, and it's good China colonized Tibet.
Yeah, and I can also see in chat right now that like some people are commenting like, who like, why would you know that this is about you? Like, he's not talking about you in that tweet. Like, what else would motivate him to wake up one morning and just immediately post, I'm anti-war unconditionally, I like housing and Medicare and everything around? Yeah, this is not like coming from nowhere. He's just specifically not mentioning anyone, because this is like PR 101. That's what you do.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the fact that it was the next morning is pretty. I mean, a lot of people were talking about the segment. A lot of people were appreciative of it, and I think you connected with a lot of people. It's obvious he's responding to what we talked about, you know.
And obviously, it was like no one is saying that Hasan did not endorse to vote, because we did see that he did pull this ballot and everything. But I did see like Wired article, it's like the name of it, like Hasan won't endorse Biden, and then like the same, Hasan won't endorse Kamala. And then he did go to the DNC, which is really important, but he was kicked out of there for some reason. That like he next morning he went on his stories, and he did say in his stories, I was kicked out because pro-Palestine takes, which he kind of like endorses that Kamala pushed him away because she doesn't endorse Palestine enough. And I feel like this is just like bad judgment, and he is the most influential Democratic streamer, and he has to do like canvassing, advocating for a Democratic candidate. And I know what Olivia means, but like, I don't want to kneel for that. But in this position, like, who are you voting for then? Like, we got Trump. Like, I woke up this morning and I know that like the polling and the election is not about me. I did not vote, but I am the result of that vote. Like, Trump did promise to end the war in 24 hours after he becomes president. And like, guys, what do you think will happen? We will just get all of our lands back in 24 hours? This is like insane. So it did affect me, the election as well. And I did have an existential breakfast as well this morning as everyone else.
The Ukrainians are getting fucked harder than anyone with the outcome of this election.
We got Musk, we got Trump, we got everyone pro-Putin, and you guys are the effect of pro-Russian propaganda. The amount of pro-Russian bots that were telling you to not go vote. And like right now we can see the effect of that. Those people were not trying to pull towards Trump. They were not just saying that everything is not black and white. There are like two political candidates at bad, just so we don't have enough Democratic votes. This is the main goal. And Russia did win. So we got like pro-Putin stance everywhere right now.
Yep. I agree. But when you were, I would have loved if he interfaces with like one single point you made instead of being like, they think I'm extreme because I want universal health care. It's just like, dude, come on.
Yeah, and I do understand him not like being able to talk about it before election because he was too afraid. But now that election is gone, I really still want to hear from him about his Crimea takes, about his Nazis in Ukraine takes. I really want to see him talking about it because right now this is the only time he can respond to it. I understand that he was afraid before because it was like his prime time. But this is November 6th already. Let's go. Let's do it now.
I mean, as the leading political streamer and a mainstream voice, I'd like to see someone who's capable of self-reflection and self-correction, and not someone who's just like dogmatically obsessed with walking a very specific line. And that's what I see him doing, frankly.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to hear his opinion on it. I don't want him to be banned. I don't want him to be like disappearing from the leftist community. I just want to hear him voicing his opinion about everyone criticizing him for the first time in his life. I feel like he's never been criticized and talked about it after. This is like, he's an old man right now. I'm sorry, he's not even in the young polling anymore. Like, you got to talk about your mistakes, and if you do them, you just can say, yeah, I was wrong, and it's okay to say it. But if you don't say anything, then you're just a coward. I'm sorry.
There it is, girl. All right, thank you, Galia. It's getting so late here. We got to wrap it up, but thank you for the call, and I'm very sorry about the future of Ukraine not looking good.
Of the USA.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Anyway.
We have to go.
Yeah, we got to go. But anyway, so that's my war with the socialists. And like, you know, like I said, I read that one. I think I read everything, yeah. And I said that's on God facts, my girls. Anyway.
Wait, let's see that. Let's see that last one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little more.
Oh, there's more.
No, just I want to see that.
Oh, you want to see this?
Mm-hmm.
I love this. This is my new favorite filter. It's so good. So, like, yeah. I mean, listen. I think there is. I think there's a lot of good socialists, but I do think there's something rotten within the movement that like there's no acknowledgement of, with like in good faith. And, you know, people get angry at me for pointing it out, but like this is the way that it's front facing to the world. Like, these are the most popular people. These are the people that represent it. And you know who else is a big socialist streamer? Fucking horse fucking kitty fucker Vosh. He's the other biggest fucking socialist voice
I don't really
on the
know
internet.
much about
you guys
Vosh,
do not have good representation right now.
Other than the horse fucking, I never really followed him. So
yeah,
I can't speak on that as much as Hasan.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Listen, if
but people have been talking about Crustgate.
I didn't eat the crust.
I don't know what they.
I was eating
They're talking
Tom.
about Tom specifically.
I ate crust. I ate it all.
Crust?
Did you throw them away, Tom?
No way. I ate all my crust.
Okay, what is Crustgate?
That is Russian propaganda right there.
So it's Ethan.
I ate all my crust.
Dude, it's so much bread. Who fucks with that much
People are
crust?
saying no. See, people are saying Tom must face the crust allegations. I think
it's.
you got the wrong target.
I ate all the look.
I saw it in the comments.
We're
and I
gonna
have
have to
no
go to the
idea.
replays
Do you
on that.
see any? Look,
I have no
here's the
idea what
trash
they're
can.
talking about.
There is no crust.
You guys in the comments, tell us what Crustgate is, and we'll go back and review the tapes.
Wait, do we have a show on Friday?
Okay, so tomorrow, we did a mega episode today. So I know tomorrow's supposed to be members, and I love all you members, but we need the day tomorrow. And then we'll be back on Friday.
Are you going to say that, and then you're going to text us in the morning?
No. We're on tomorrow.
Today?
Get out of bed.
Today, I appreciate all you guys coming out here. I think it was a cathartic, and I think
I don't
everybody...
live far, so I can pop over. You change
pop
your
in?
mind,
All right.
but-
Yeah, I'm gonna be here anyways. It's fine.
Tomorrow,
was gonna be a quick
for
one.
members, with peace and love, there's no show because we need the day. But we'll be back on Friday. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Are we going to do Breaking Dawn?
Oh,
actually, no, wait.
No,
AB
won't
Oh,
be
yeah,
here.
Monday.
Okay, when AB comes back.
I hate to
We
wait,
could
but we
use
have to.
a little lightening up of the mood.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're going to have a fun episode on
And
Friday.
I won't say
Maybe.
anything else right now, but I will say that last movie was
Good?
way more entertaining than all the rest of them.
That's exciting.
Not necessarily that it was good, but I had a good time.
Okay, I'm fucking with that. So, yeah, we'll have a fun episode for you guys Friday. No downers, no bummers. And hope that you'll see us there. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Panic attack.